Go follow Bad History. Link in the description. Absolutely phenomenal music. By the way, who thinks that Joe was at the wheel at any point for the presidency? Put a 1 in the comments if you disagree. I'll be right back.
The thrill, but you can count on it like it was written in braille. No ceremony, but a new king is hailed, and you can kiss the ring before we dive into hell. I ain't bugging, no I ain't running, though there's a chance the motherfucker just might see us coming. Secret in the spires, truth coming out. He'll get to stepping when he realizes he can't run his mouth. Promise you we shall undo the damage he has done. Undo the damage he has done. So says usurper. I don't think you realize how far I will go to undo the damage he has done. Undo the damage he has done. So says promise you we shall undo the damage he has done. Undo the damage he has done. So says usurper. I will show you just how far I'll go to undo the damage he has done. Undo the damage he has done. So said in Nacho's voice.
You think you're gonna talk to me like this? You're not. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? You won't talk to
Give me another minute, chat. I'm sorry.
Fucking with the G. Cause I'm a landmine, motherfucker. You should tread gently. They know what I'm about, and still bitches wanna tempt me. And now they're face down on the ground, minus 10 feet, G. Cause I'm a landmine, motherfucker. You should tread gently. They know what I'm about, and still bitches wanna tempt me, G. Damn, horse pubic.
I heard we're making fun of pigs tonight, so I'm also gonna laugh at that.
Cornrows and fucking magic braids. Shame you ain't friends with a razor blade, cause it's seen less of that puss than I've seen since we got married, May. Ralph finna take us to that scary place and force your hairy space all up in Harry's face. Morris about as brainless as a Vickers or a Faith is run little horsey back to your zoophiliac rapist. Crap, I got carried away, dragged to the crack shack, promised you Saint-Tropez. There's no going back. Now what's your old man gonna say when you pose for the snaps and show him your snatch? Okay, why do the crazy hitches wind up in Vegas? Why do the plainest bitches wind up as plaintiffs? Why, after all these switches, do they not know what AIDS is? Why did my world championship belt end up on Craigslist? Bitch ass nigga, think I won't grab the Kalashnikov, unleash a Rochester massacre, or get a match lit up, light up a transgaslica, whatever turns you to ash quicker. Copters flying overhead, and I don't mean the ones they keep deploying right over my daddy's shed. Got caught copping a liquid shit, back to her dad she went with a message. Stop fucking with the G. Cause Cause I'm a landmine, motherfucker. You should tread gently. They know what I'm about, and still bitches wanna tempt me. And now they're face down on the ground, minus 10 feet, G. Cause I'm a landmine, motherfucker. You should tread gently. They know what I'm about, and still bitches wanna tempt me.
Do you understand?
So how's the Satan spawn? Oops, didn't know my mic was on. Guess I gotta tighten the rules around having devices, hun. I don't wanna, but wouldn't you rather shit be nice and fun? Cause I got these vices and you don't know how I might respond. Slap a judge, rape a jury. I smell like a maker's brewery. Mine is gone, ain't no one could ever cure me. No brain and no bronze, only the naked fury. To hire the world's best ghost writer to write this song, observe the house rules. Shut up, pantsuit. Don't dare tell me what I can and what I can't do. Pay the bills, bitch. It ain't Richmond. This is Cancun. Don't say that I can't say, nigga. Yes, I can, coon. In return for the flagellate, have a drawing of some kids, 6, 7, 8, for you to masturbate. Bet you didn't think you'd learn maths today. Since you ran away from my stiff 3, right into a flaccid 8. Harry's got his horse back, now he brings the cavalry. So I pen an apology, that shoulda gave him clarity. But all this fat nigga wants to do is have a stab at me, and thinks that I won't stab back revenge pornographically. Or maybe you just love me. Maybe you want me to take care of you, same way that your daughter took care of me. But you're so far in the closet, Harry, only way you'll take a swing is if you take that sling and do like David Carradine. Stop fucking with the G. Cause I'm a landmine, motherfucker. You should tread gently. They know what I'm about, and still bitches wanna tempt me. And now they're face down on the ground, minus 10 feet, G. Cause I'm a landmine, motherfucker. You should tread gently. They know what I'm about, and still bitches wanna tempt me.
You won't talk to me like this.
Who the fuck you think you're talking to? You won't talk to me like this. Fucking slatternly hoe. G. Bitches slatternly. Slatternly. Shout out to Liquid Richard. Hey yo, where the fuck you at, nigga?
I don't give a fuck whether you approve it or not. Clean that shit up.
Oh my goodness. You know, I ran home. I finished work early today, so I ran home because I was like, okay. I was like, tonight's going to be chill. We were going to talk about a little bit of politics, you know, maybe just a little bit. I was going to talk about a guy becoming a trillionaire, which we'll still probably talk about a little bit. Although I don't feel comfortable making that the front here because I've got so many amazing chatters in right now. Oh my goodness. I feel like it would be rude to do that to you. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. Holy cow. Just when you think, when the internet could probably be calm and that maybe people could decide to not be crazy, some BPD woman decides to come out from the corner of the internet when apparently she's on vacation in China, or not China, excuse me, Japan. My apologies to my favorite Asian culture. And she decides that she's gonna whine on the internet. Why? Well, because somebody did something that she didn't like. And the reaction, in my personal opinion, has been crazy. A lot of people are saying things. A lot of people are saying that she is contradicting herself. I would agree. 100% I would agree that she has contradicted herself with some of the stuff she has chosen to say. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Now, before we get serious... Before we get serious, I know some of you probably just came from laughing at a rage pig being made fun of by an old 40-year-old man living in a wheelchair, slowly dying of cancer AIDS. If you have the chance, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share this with other people. If you're listening after the fact, hype it, because you can hype streams after the fact. And cross your fingers, maybe consider becoming a member, because there is a possibility that my stream could get taken down. And you might say, why, Akko? Well, it is because the woman we're going to talk about tonight loves to flag things. Apparently, she's only done it twice. And we're going to go through one of the times that she flagged somebody. Apparently, she's upset with how the channel portrayed her. We'll go through it. We'll see if it was all right to copyright claim and get a video taken down because of that. But her response to people, whenever people do that, is just to flag them and take them down. So we'll see. We'll see if she still does that. I have a feeling that it's a possibility. You know, it's a 50-50. So I might be under attack, chat. Maybe. Maybe. We'll wait and see. Oh my goodness. She acts like she's the one being attacked. Nah, here is my problem, chat. And the core of tonight's argument with the individual in question is going to be that she is upset with the art that people throw out of her. And you know what? That's okay. You're allowed to not be happy with everything that people put out of your VTuber avatar. All right? Trust me. I'm sure that if some people made some unflattering images of me, or not me, of my VTuber avatar, I probably wouldn't be super duper happy about it. But guess what? Guess what? We're on the internet. And because we're on the internet...
VTuber with a jester
Thank you.
/ octopus mommy milk.
Jeez, that freaked me out for a moment. I appreciate that.
An African-American artist is the world's first trillionaire. My oil wells are back up and running, and Akko's covering crazy VTubers.
Hell yeah.
This is a great
Appreciate
weekend.
that. Appreciate that, Internet Zen Master. Just make sure that you are watching yourself.
I'm actually in the artist's Discord. The way the users in that server talk about Chibi, you would swear he killed a guy or something.
Is that true? Oh my gosh. Please send me screenshots. I would love to see screenshots of what's going on in that Discord. And can I just say, I'm extremely disappointed because, and now to be fair, I kind of get the impression that unless the artist comes out and says it, I might not like their opinions, because some artists just say things, they do things, and it's my personal opinion that artists should probably keep their mouth shut and draw, because people don't care about your political opinions. When your main job is to draw pixels on a screen, people care about the pixels you draw on screen. They don't really want your opinions, and your virtue signaling, like, it literally does not matter to people. Like, literally, just put the art in the bag and just go on. We'll get to that, though. But again, it's really sad because, like, for the longest time, I liked that artist. I liked their art style. And they decided to just capitulate and cuck themselves, basically. It's really unfortunate. Really is unfortunate. But we'll get there. Thank you, by the way, again, for everybody. I saw that I was gifted 10 memberships. Was that by Sly earlier? Yeah, Sly Maverick, thank you for the 10 memberships. Being a member for 15 months. And then Magical Misa, thank you for becoming a member. Again, I appreciate that. Please archive and put in the... Yes. If you have any information, I do have a Discord where you are allowed to throw archives of things. Just, you know, because people are crazy. They delete things. They want the internet to forget their dumb mistakes. And you know what? We're allowed to laugh at it. And as long as you're not a predator, everybody will forget it eventually. So, you know. But let me kind of like reel it back here, because I'm a little all over the place. And I do apologize about that. I'm all over the place because I got done from work literally about an hour and a half ago. I raced home. And I pretty much knew everything I wanted to pull up, or a good majority of it. I know for a fact I'm probably not going to get everything, because I typically spend 2 to 3 hours pulling up stuff, chopping stuff up, and getting stuff ready. I didn't have everything. And the one... I was lucky, though, because the one thing I did want to find, that I wanted to confirm, I ended up finding. And that is the flagging stuff. Because for the longest time, I was like... I swear Deme, or somebody tangentially related to Deme, has done flagging before and has taken down a video before. And I was like, I'm not going to accuse her of that unless I like get hard right proof, because calling somebody a flagger, that's like a very big serious accusation, basically. Because flagging somebody's YouTube channel or just flagging channels in general is a pretty big accusation, and I try not to throw it around unless I've got proof. Well, I've got some stuff, and I've got a YouTube video, unfortunately by a Britbong, that we will go through, where we'll cover that. I didn't even obey traffic laws coming home. Well, in the South, I'm told that, like, you follow the flow of traffic. So if everybody else is deciding that they want to go 90 and the cop car is going 110, you follow everybody going 90, and you hope that you make it out alive. You know, it's like a mini Thunderdome from my house to work every single morning, just praying that I'll be able to drive all the way there. No, but sincerely, do follow your traffic laws. If your traffic laws state that you need to follow the traffic, then you should follow the traffic. And if everybody else for some reason is going long, you go long with them. Anyway, let's rewind a little bit. Who are we talking about today, chat? Well, let's jump into the main meat of this. And after I cover the Deme stuff, I will be talking about probably Elon Musk a little bit as well. My record button working? My record button does not work. Oh, it does work. Perfect. Perfect. I'm actually not going to do that, though, because my computer doesn't like it when I record and stream at the same time. I'll just pull it down as soon as we're done here and then chop it up. So, chat, who are we talking about today? Well, this is Deme. Oh, excuse me. This is Deme Plus. This is their... But I chose to bring up their YouTube channel just because I like looking at people's YouTube channels if at all possible. This is Deme. Who is Deme? Well, like a lot of these same other women that she likes to imitate and portray, she is a gamer. She is a big gamer. I don't know what game she plays. I don't really give a shit, I'll be honest with you. But she is a gamer, but primarily, and you can kind of see it here, and I'll scroll down so that you can see some of it. She is a reaction slop streamer. She, like, her whole thing, like the entirety of her existence is react slop content. Now, chat, as you all know, my opinion on reaction content is I typically don't care. Like, I legitimately typically don't care if you do reaction-based content. My problem is when it is low effort, not interesting, and the only contribution you bring is literally either your face, your VTuber model, and occasionally you've got comments. Like, if I see you go, whoa, that's so crazy, or oh my gosh, that's so cool, or whatever, you know? I think that your reaction slop, you're teetering a line, and somebody's going to copy strike you one day, and you're not going to know what to do with yourself. Now, is Deme like that? Well, I figured to kind of get you guys into this here, we are going to ourselves do our own kind of reaction-based content for this. Now... Thank you. I appreciate that.
Catalyst16 tipped $15.
I appreciate that.
You say you spend 2 to 3 hours chopping things up before stream. How much time on average do you spend?
I'll wait for this other one to go through before I answer.
Oh, yeah, that's
appreciate this. Appreciate that.
That's a big dude.
Some BPD VTuber. I'm a comfy stewemmer UWU_IWUV men. Please don't lewd my model. Also BPD VTuber. Post NSFW of her model, and treat men and anyone who's against her like shiz. She's diet Shy Lily.
I mean, I would probably agree with that. I've not seen Shy Lily say that she hates not safe for work of her. In fact, I'm pretty sure Shy Lily is either moving towards or even already is like an OnlyFans streamer. Not necessarily with her, to be honest. I don't look into what these women do on their fanslies. I know some of them show their bodies, some of them don't. And if that's the way that... it's a weird pipeline, chat. And can I be honest with you? I get really tired of this. VTubing as a start. Like, people had this argument when it was just like, oh, Feifei is allowed to be a VTuber. Well, not even allowed. Like, Feifei was like in the beginning of the VTuber sphere. And so was all of the other LewTubers. So they're obviously more real VTubers than some of the VTubers. And I was like, no. They are whores. All right? And that's okay. I'm fine with people. I'm fine with people being whores, basically. But I also think that they, if it's not going to read it out, I'll get to it in a minute here. I'm fine with people being whores, and I'm fine with people, expressing themselves. However, they don't get to decide if people want to comment on that. They don't get to decide if people want to like take ire with that or make fun of them for that. Case in point, I didn't really necessarily care that Fifi was a 0.1% streamer on Twitter. I don't really care in the grand scheme of things, you know? I probably think, oh man, that's just another whore, you know, in the space that I really like. My problem is just that, like, some of these people act like they're above being called a whore, and it's just like, ma'am, if you want me to break it down to brass tacks here, you sell lewd pictures of yourself on the internet to men in the world with the hopes that they will buy those pictures and enjoy those pictures or listen to your audios or whatever they do, you know? The hope is that they will buy that, and that you're hoping that they will enjoy that so much that they will come back and do that again next month and the month after that, and so on and so forth. And again, I don't care if you do that, all right? I knew some friends that did it. I obviously really don't give a shit if you do that. But you don't get to try and act like you're above the title that you actually are. And that is a whore, all right? A person that has commodified their body in order to solicit other individuals that might be into that on the internet. And as long as you're okay with that, and as long as you're okay with the criticism, I don't really care.
That's a big bitch. That's a big dude.
I gotta be honest. I like Deem as an average to above average reaction channel with sometimes unhinged crash outs. I don't think I really care if she's doing stupid BS on the side.
That's fair. And, you know, I'm sure that I'm going to get people that like or dislike her, and that's fine. I don't necessarily mind. I'm just giving my... tonight's whole stream is me talking about the whole thing here. Anyway, I don't believe that Deme is like that. I have absolutely no idea. The only things I know about Deme is the stuff that I'm going to show tonight. Most of it's today. Some of it is sprinkled in the past stuff. The only reason why I bring up the OnlyFans stuff is because that's the group of people that she's in. She's in a group of people, and it's the girlies, you know? You've got Shy Lily, you've got Bao, you've got Silver Valley, you've got all these big VTubers that are slowly getting in this weird pipeline where they're transferring from being a streamer to being a VTuber. And fun fact, some of these women that became VTubers were unsuccessful as streamers before, and then they jumped into being the VTuber, and then they got popular, they got an audience by being an cute VTuber, and then they decided to jump into the porn thing. No idea why, because in my personal opinion, if you're so successful, you should not need to jump from being an ecchi streamer to jumping into porn. But maybe for some of these women, the end of life of being a VTuber is coming, so they're jumping into porn to prolong that for however many years they decide to do that. I don't believe that's Deme. I have no idea. If she has a Fansly or an OF, I really don't want to see it. I have heard that she used to be some sort of like camera streamer as well. She might not anymore. I could be wrong. These are things that I've heard offhandedly. Again, you'll have to bear in mind, I was at work today and I tried to listen to as much and absorb as much as possible, and I am going to deal with the information I have. If I need to make a correction on that, I'll do that in the future, you know? Sparky Raid, thank you Sparky for the raid. Very much appreciate it. I hope everybody enjoyed the Medicare stream. If you're coming over from the Medicare stream, how was it? I hope you enjoyed laughing and raging at the Rage Pig together. Did we go over the fact that Bao potentially has a Fansly? Yeah, Bao does have a fan. I'm pretty sure she does. I swear she's linked it before. She definitely has linked it before. I don't know what you're talking about here. Being lewd is unnecessary for being successful. Oh, no, I would agree. I definitely think, like, if you want to have some sexual appeal with your model, that's fine. You just need to be okay with people. Like, you are allowed to do a wide range of things, as long as it's not illegal. You just can't get upset with everybody else's belly button on the internet, because everybody's opinion is like a belly button. Everybody has them, and depending on who you ask, it looks better than some others, you know? And so because of that, if you mind really hard about other people's opinions on the internet, you are right for people to make fun of you. You are right for people to laugh at you. And fun fact, that's basically what's happened to Deme. But we'll jump into the events that happened today, all that kind of stuff. Before we do that, and by the way, I've been moving my hands around thinking that you guys can see that, just like my 1/8 Italian should be. But before we jump into like what happened, I want to kind of show you a little bit about her personality. So again, like I said, she's got a lot of React content. A lot of React content. So let's jump into something that I would be a little bit more familiar with, and I gave a lot of pseudo legal commentary on. And by pseudo legal, I mean that I had a lawyer with me and we bounced ideas back and forth. So let's react to the reaction of the Lego scandal, and let's see just how well she does as a React streamer, and then we can figure out if she is better than some other reactors or worse on the scale, because there is a sliding scale, and I want to establish that beforehand. And we won't listen to too much, maybe only a couple of minutes or so, and then we'll jump. Let's actually do this one here. So this will be shorter.
All the footage is released 1 day ago from Reckless Ben.
Someone actually hacked into the American Fork Police Department and released...
Oh, my apologies. I'm blocking her model. I hope you guys don't mind about that here. I'll move so that you can see her, because I'm going to be honest. I am not the main content. She is the main content. So so I want you guys to see her. My belly button looks great. Well, I'm glad that your belly button looks great. Really quickly, Red Chaos Street for the 10 says, I hate seeing a music video reaction that is 60 seconds longer than the video. They're adding nothing to the video, no breakdown of the music, vocals, lyrics of the video, worthless leeches. No, here's what I will say. Again, when it comes to reaction content, my opinion is you need to add transformative nature, and there's a lot of different ways you can add that. Whether it's having a completely different audience, in the case of like the Akila Hughes versus Sargon of Akkad, he literally just took clips of her and gave it to a new audience. That is considered fair use. But I would say that if you're a VTuber and that's all you do, you should do more. Unless you're like a clip channel, which this isn't a clip channel. Anyway, my point is, if you're going to react to content, my hope and prayer is that you add enough commentary to transform the video that you look at to where it is unrecognizable, that it could be well, it's obviously still going to be original, but the goal is for you to have it unrecognizable from the main content, that it is not a market replacement to the market, basically. She doesn't just sit there. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I didn't read your super. Oh, let me scroll up. Maybe... Oh, my apologies. Artemis says, why would Israel make the E-Thought Fox one go crazy? I don't know. That's a good question. I know what you're doing here, but but that's really funny. Anyway, so let's find out how good she does. We're going to listen to a couple of minutes here. Now, this is a clip from her entire live stream. So obviously it's going to be a little bit hard to judge clips because they're going to splice out and cut things here. But I'm interested to see just like what her cut. See, in addition to just adding commentary, because in my personal opinion, you've got your sniper wolves where it's not really commentary. It's just a whoa, buddy kind of reaction. And that's not what I want to see. What I want to see is how are you engaging with the content. So we're also going to judge her based off of how she engages with the content as well.
Released all the footage unredacted of my interaction.
And so essentially just sitting through a segment and then talking about it, obviously that's fine, you know. My goal is to see how me watching her transforms the entirety of the content altogether. And if the transformation is literally just a whoa, that's crazy, bro, then I'm under the opinion that I can just go to VTuber down the row that is also reacting to this video and watch them, because they probably have way more reactions than you do. And the only difference between VTuber 420 and Deme is a VTuber model that has orange and white hair and is a BPD girl. That's the only difference. So I'm looking to see.
With them. So this is the original footage I got with the redactions in, and this is the new unredacted.
By the way, I am going to be light on reactions of the actual content itself because I've already talked about the Reckless Ben stuff. We've already gone through it. I had a 10-hour... I've had multiple multi-hour streams where I talk about the Reckless Ben content, which if you're interested in, you can go watch. But, so, just letting you know, I'm not interested in commenting personally on the content itself. Yeah.
Footage. I'm lining them up, and I'm going to keep only the redacted parts to see what they were actually saying.
Chill. I understand. This ends today. I know. We're talking to them. Okay.
Sadly, they weren't able to get the first 2 days where I was accused of having heroin on me, but the final 2 days, we were able to see a lot, actually. The footage starts with me going to Josh's house.
If your evidence is from a hack, can you use it in court? No.
Okay.
So I can serve him?
I would ask a lawyer that. I would not trust a random woman on the internet. I have actually talked to lawyers about this kind of stuff. It was not hacked, so I would say it was leaked by the actual police department. So I think that's a little bit different. A little bit different. But that's not necessarily... That's just her being wrong, in my personal opinion. By the way, she is Filipino, so I don't know if she lives in the U.S., but I'm pretty sure that might be wrong, so...
Him his legal court papers. Josh
it's not
knows
hacked,
that
the police leaked it by accident. Oh my god, there is a god.
he goes to court with me, he's going to lose. So instead, a much
Please
easier
tell me there's
option
more.
is he calls the police on me to prevent me from starving him.
His name is Ben Schneider. He's stalking my house. Will you come to my house, please, and come get them? I'm not gonna have stalkers.
Are they there right now?
They're on the side of the house.
One of the dispatchers made a note.
They
You were saying
linked the Dropbox link. It's a public Dropbox, so not leaked. Wow.
that you were gonna shoot
course I don't-
someone.
She trusts chat on everything? Oh, no. See, chat, no offense to you, but I don't trust you on anything, all right? Unless you give me money. If you give me money, then I'll trust whatever the hell you say to me. That's a joke, by the way. But... if she just trusts chat on everything, oh boy, that's not good. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Whoa. She said, whoa, she did.
Mind.
I'm done with this. Officer, can you please help me and my family and make this stop?
Yeah, absolutely.
She had a consignment deal with a guy named Brian Mansell. A year and a half, almost 2 years, she had the...
Woman, do you have any thought? Now, here's my problem. Here's my problem. My hope and prayer would be that you're cutting out the dead air, and obviously you're keeping in the good bits. But like, if there is like reaction that is being at, like my first thought in this is, oh, maybe she's just cutting out some of her reactions. Okay, V says hi. Well, hello, V. I appreciate it. You should trust me on everything. I fact check myself. Fair. Please react to something. Please talk about something. Because I'm getting close to the point of saying she's just like Sniper Wolf. All right? I'm getting that. I'm getting close. Please do something.
this consignment deal with him and she never paid him.
So right away, Josh is lying to the police, which we can easily verify with all of the metadata timestamp.
We're almost 2 minutes into this video, by the way, and she's talked in my like based off of what we're watching, less than 30 seconds. The fact is, this is the best bits. If this is the best bits, listen, if I am to do a raw scrub of an entire VOD of hers, and what we're getting right now is just the best bits, that is concerning to me. Again, that is reaction slop.
Pictures that
but I would like to be good faith, even though I'm about to light this woman figuratively down the line, and I would like to see if she actually can contribute, or if she is, again, just a content leech.
Show that the Lego sets were in the store when Josh took it over.
He's hired this YouTuber. His name is Ben Schneider. He's Reckless Ben.
Say something, woman!
To murder our manager.
Whoa!
Please say something more than just whoa, buddy!
Her staring off into the distance with dead air, only responding to chat is giving me massive denims, Hassan React vibes. Also, I trust you if you give me money? Lol, okay, Nick Diorio.
Well, I mean, I did give him $20 and he listened to whatever I said. Censored says, Australia isn't real. You can trust me because I'm paying you. Fair enough. Please say something, woman.
What are you guys doing here?
So we are in a court case with them and we have to serve them legal papers.
She is a processor.
Do you have anything? Okay. We'll go to like 5 minutes, but like, and I'm going to speed it up, by the way, because I legitimately have like, we're over 2 minutes in. She's spoken for less than 30 seconds. And if this is the quote unquote best bits where she's cut out the dead air, what the fuck? This is React Slop. This is React Slop, man. I can't. This is the kind of content, by the way. When I talk about how I hate React Slop and I hate reaction-based stuff, this is the kind of content I'm talking about. I am fine with people reacting if they add things of substance and they put things in there. But if she's just going to go on long segments and not give opinions on anything, she shouldn't be watching the video. She shouldn't be. It's tantamount to freebooting. It's literally tantamount to freebooting, in my personal opinion.
Oh my god, she's got milkers!
Deem. No thoughts. Head empty. Head full of goo.
Maybe. I don't know.
She's trying to serve you papers.
She's not a process server. Okay. Get the papers. The fake paper. The fake.
Dude, they literally confirmed that the papers were real and then pretended as if it wasn't real.
Go get the papers.
Okay, do you have thoughts about that? Like, are you doing more than just, like, narrating what you're seeing? I could literally give this to a 5-year-old, and the 5-year-old could probably give me more information from this.
IDK about money, but what about bribes and trading cards?
Yeah, if you send me trading cards, I 100% believe everything that you say, because trading cards are worth more than regular money, don't you know? Oh, can you please say more than just the blank? Oh, this is exactly what I'm seeing on screen. I hate this when people do this.
Aside from her crashing over the smallest thing, this is her content.
Are you serious? Is this it? Again, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be fair. We're only 2 minutes in. We're only 2 minutes. I could be right around the corner from, like, a good explanation from her, all right? So we're going to go to 5 minutes. But if this is as good as it gets, what the fuck is passing? Like, legitimately, the only, like, the only thing that is interesting from her is her tits, which is ironic because she hates not safe for work content.
Yeah, that's a big bitch.
Over here, chat.
That's a big dude.
She needs Subway Surfers gameplay to maintain her attention.
Lamau. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You okay for those over here?
Absolutely. The fake.
You guys see those papers? Yeah. So this is what you're trying to serve them with? Yes.
I will say there's been minimal editing to cut out stuff here, so we're getting most of the raw video. Is this her reaction channel? I thought she mostly... I'm going to be honest. I know that she plays video games, and if she plays video games, fine, play video games. Like, everybody's video game streamer. I don't care about video game streamers, all right? Completely different ballpark, all right? Reaction-based slop like this has no place in my personal opinion on YouTube because she's adding nothing to the video. In my personal opinion, like, you could literally AI edit out her voice and you would pretty much get the entire video up to this point right now. That is how low effort this is. That is how uninteresting it, like, legitimately, if I wanted to, at this point, why am I not just watching the original video? Why am I giving her the view and just not bringing up Reckless Ben's video? There is nothing on here that is worth value to me other than just, oh, look, it's a woman with tits on the screen. Again, that's ironic considering that she hates not safe for work, but, you know.
We can send him an email, I guess we can send him a phone call, or the court could send it to him, but this is what we're required to do from the United States court. So we're just following the instructions of the government. He thinks if I just call the cops on me, he can get away with it, but we're showing him, like, we're not going to have away with this time, so.
Gosh, I cannot stand, I legitimately can't stand content creators like this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, hang tight. Are you okay if she just gives you the papers so we can just get
Have
her?
you looked at the papers? I've talked to the Kaiser Police Department. There's nothing filed. So no, I'm not accepting service from her. Okay. Absolutely not. It's fake. It's not real.
That's completely fine. That's
all right. Let's see. Does she have any real opinions about the service? Let me give you my opinion on the service. I know I said I wouldn't react to that, but let me give you my brief opinion. You're not supposed to reject service like that, and the cops should not be rejecting service like that. Fun fact, chat, you're not really allowed to reject a service. If it's a fake service, then you can take it up after the fact. But if somebody offers you a service, even if they drop it at your feet and say, congratulations, you've been served, and you gotta fix it afterwards, you know? So, like, that's basically it. So there's an opinion there. Now, obviously, I had a way more drawn out opinion when I talked about this with my lawyer friend Ava when I did this stream, like, last week, which you should watch if you really want to. But, like, that's the kind of, like, drawn out thing I'm talking about here. Is not wasting time, wasting energy, trying to get more people to watch your stream. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is somebody to actually add. Right now, this is freebooting. Literally, this is just freebooting. Excuse me. This is just a freebooting. This woman is literally just freebooting right now. And I'm... When it comes to movies, because it's big corporations, I say almost fuck them, I don't care. But when it comes to YouTubers' content, I feel like you should have a little bit of gall to add some more, you know? She has a channel named DemePlays where she plays edited game content. I mean, if people want me to look at that, I can. I'm not interested, like... I'm not interested in, like, the game content. I was just interested in seeing how good her reaction content is. But I can look at the game content if people would think it's worth doing.
You have that right?
Yeah.
There's no way they double check and he lied and then now still believe in him. That's insane.
Literally, all this police officer has to do is be like, "You are served."
Okay, do you have something else to add, woman?
And then he doesn't even have to accept them. He can literally just drop them. But as long as you say you are served, that counts as illegal serving. So why doesn't this cop just do that? Like, this whole thing could be solved in literally 3 seconds. Like, here, I'll time it. You've been served.
Less than 2
Like,
seconds.
literally 1.5 seconds, and this could be solved. This could.
Oh, man, she can count, guys. This woman can count.
Be solved in 1.5 seconds, and this police officer is just purposely choosing to make this way more complicated than it has to be.
Hold on. All right. What do you want done today? Besides, obviously, talk to...
As much as you humanly possibly can.
I can screen charges.
Holy shit.
No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way.
I'm open to screening charges, lawyer attorney.
Yeah. Instead of serving these court papers, like...
She's, again, it like what is, yeah, she's literally doing the whoa, buddy, and then continuing the video. That's like all she's doing. You got any comments? You got anything good going on up there? Or are you just gonna comment like a bit? Like, we got 1 more minute.
The police officer promised me he would.
Now she's gonna give input. Let's see.
Officer would rather screen all possible charges for me to see what random stuff they can make up about me.
I'm gonna go talk with him, give him his paper back, since you do not want this.
Can I peek at it?
What was that?
Can I peek at it?
It kind of puts me in a little bit of a bind.
It's fake. There's no lawsuit in it.
By the way, the cop should not have done that. The cop should have just dropped it and served him. By the way, this is why I think Ben needs to sue the police department.
Dude, there's no way this is real, man. That's actually the most disappointing thing I've ever... This is like actually rage baiting.
So anyway, I'm gonna give this...
I'm getting rage baited by just watching this woman not have any opinions whatsoever. Holy shit.
Back to him. And trespasser.
Because here's the thing. Let's think about this logically.
Feet out and everything. He's not scared for shit because the police are just like on his side.
Do you think the process server would show
Oh
up with
my
a guy that's been
gosh.
harassing a YouTuber to serve papers in Utah?
Josh knows that if he gets served these papers, it's going to be really bad for him. And at this point, it seems like he's willing to make up any story he can to get us arrested before he gets served these
The fact
papers.
he wanted to look at it counts as illegal serving, even if he didn't originally want the police
All right,
serving
this
it.
person is sending her bits. Let's see if she interacts with the bit. If she gives more commentary to the person giving her bits, I'll even be more pissed off because it's just like you should be giving way more thought and attention to the video, the thing that you're freebooting right now, woman.
To him.
Wait, are you serious? Really?
And the lady's like, "Oh, I'm gonna murder you," to Amanda, the manager.
And now Josh
No comment to the bits, basically.
has just committed a felony.
Holy shit. All right, we're 5 minutes in. 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Oops, sorry for hitting the mic, chat. I'm animated tonight, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, that's... Holy shit. That's amazing. So that's Deme, chat. That's Deme and her reaction slop content. Again, this is 5 minutes. Maybe I need to watch another video later. If we have time after this, we'll watch another video later. But this woman is reaction slop. All right, literally no opinions, adds nothing. You could just replace her with another VTuber, and it's good.
Because it's a lost cause.
Speaking of which,
Thank you, I
Reckless Ben
appreciate that.
decided to go pro se at his first court appearance. Despite all the lawyers on YouTube telling him to get a lawyer.
Very true. Very, very, very true. And he should not have been doing that. But that's a thing for another day, you know.
VTuber with a jester slash...
Thank you.
octopus
I
mommy
appreciate
milf
it.
Avatar.
I never understood how creators hate NSFW versions of them. Me personally, at worst it's a mild annoyance, but other than that, get your bag, artists. Law number 34 exists for a
It does.
reason.
It does. It does. It does. I might need to go back to sleep if I watch more. Don't worry. We're done watching all of that. Head empty. No, yeah. It is literally just how much time can I waste using other people's content without transforming it? Now, again, would that survive in a court of a copyright court? It probably would. You know, I'm not going to say it doesn't, and I'm going to be personally honest. I really don't want that shit to be challenged. But here's my problem. Here is my problem with this. It is bitches like this that make copyright flaggatry go on.
A lost cause.
We literally had debates on this talking about our points.
No, yeah, we did. We did. I'm not gonna like show myself too much on that. Again, if you want to watch it, it's an earlier stream. But like, it is women like this and people like I mean, like Denims is a good example, even though she's probably gonna win on the merits of it. But it is people like this that add nothing to their content. They give you nothing. They are just there to be an object on the screen for you to look at. You know, so our simps can be a simp for her. Like, that's all she is there for. You literally just take her out and you've got the Reckless Ben video. That's all you got. And that's really frustrating to me. Because again, I am fine with reaction-based content. I used to be way more angry about it, but I decided that was very retarded of me, and that I should not be doing that. But my personal opinion is, if you're going to do reaction-based content, you need to actually, like, react. Otherwise, you're not reacting. You're just, like, doing whatever the fuck she was doing. So, again, maybe I need to watch more. If people want to tell me if she has more that's worth watching, I'll do it. But that was just so piss poor, in my personal opinion.
$15.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. My opinion on that reaction video is Deme's acting like she's stoned Casey Tron.
She probably... I'm not going to say she was. I don't know if that's legal in the Philippines. But, yeah. I literally feel like... Like, legitimately, I feel like there are so many other V2... Like, if you want to go to somebody to listen to their opinions on a video, don't go to Deme. Squaw Chan's a really good one. I like Squaw. I mean, like, Squaw's iffy on some opinions, but overall, I like Squaw. I think she's good. I remember Rosie. By the way, Rosie and this woman got into some beef, and we'll talk about that. But Rosie does decent reactions as well. So
from MommaOcco.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate
Currently going down the Deme lore, her real life past, and it's insane.
Very true. Very true, very true. I got a kick thing. I want to make sure I read that there. Nicodemus says, it's easy to say you need to get a lawyer, much easier than having to pay for one. No, you are correct on that. I am assuming you're talking about Reckless Ben going pro se. Thankfully, Reckless Ben does have a Give, Send, Go that is live. And if somebody gets the link and sends it to me, I will throw it in the chat. Or one of my mods can even throw it in the chat if they want to. And you can contribute to it because he does need a lawyer, and I think he is going to get a lawyer. The actual Justice Warrior who set it up says that he doesn't know, but he thinks that Reckless Ben understands the severity of the situation. So hopefully Reckless Ben gets a lawyer because he needs a lawyer. And if money's being contributed to him so that he can get one, then he should get one. So how
from MommaOcco.
Excuse me, I can talk.
I love Rosie. She's hilarious and adorable.
She is. She is. Reckless Ben doing something reckless. Shocking. I know, right? Thank you. Anyway, let's continue learning about Deme. Now, the last time that we learned... The last time that Deme was kind of, like, important or popular... The last time that Deme got into controversy... Because, crazy enough, this woman gets into controversy more than once... was a couple of months ago. In fact, actually, no. It was either 4 months... No, yeah, it was about 4 months ago. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So, some of you, if you're terminally online, like I am on Twitter, you might remember that she called out another content creator for view botting a couple of months ago. And the streamer was Olivia Monroe. Now, I don't necessarily remember what the consensus on the botting was, but I remember that a lot of people looked at Deme and said, what the fuck are you doing? This is retarded. Now, if I remember correctly, I was like, I do agree that there is view botting. In fact, I think we even talked about it under the T some point. I thought it was kind of funny, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I could probably agree with it because I also hate view botters. But she just decided to, like, pick a fight with somebody on Twitter. And it's just like, why the fuck are you picking random fights with people? Well, it's because she's BPD, and she likes to pick random fights with people on Twitter. Like, she literally picks fights with people on Twitter all the time. The immigrant girl who left California. I have no idea if that's who you're talking about. But who else is Deme? I want to get through the introduction of who Deme is. Spoiler alert, we're still in the introduction here. Olivia is also part of Mythic. You know what's funny is I'm pretty sure Deme is not part of Mythic. So I do think that there is a little bit of envy from Deme in some of that case. Potentially. That is my personal opinion, not actual fact. But anyway, let's look at some other posts that kind of illustrate who Deme is. Let's do some virtue signaling posts because it wouldn't be a fun stream without some virtue signaling from these kinds of people. Where Deme says, "Happy Men's Day to my fellow men." Now you might say, Akko, why is this virtue signaling? You know, literally last year, some of my favorite content creators were celebrating Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And I agree. There are some good creators that do that. But however, there's a difference between people that say it and people that actually do. You know, you've got people like Celestium, and shout out to Celestium. I know that she's in the chat, who actually is running a charity right now for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. In fact, I think Celestium is one of the only streamers I know that is actually running a charity during Pride Month for men's mental health. So, you know, it's one thing of just saying it. It's another thing to go and do. You know, I as a man, spoiler alert, I say it myself because I think that my mental health is important. I think other men's mental health is important. I am going to join Celeste's stream and help promote her thing when the time comes. But it's just like, there's a thing with being performative like this, in my personal opinion. And then there is actually like putting your hands to brass tacks. And I think that some of the individuals that like do it are performative. Some of them are not. This woman, I definitely think is. Here's another post right here. This is another post by her on March 22nd of last year. So this is a year old, by the way. Man unsubs. Oh, no. Oh, no. So on this post, she says, I'm not going to lie. It's all about men's mental health until you actually see someone struggling and suddenly everyone bats an eye. I'll never regret getting hurt by trying to save someone from a literal suicide attempt. If you make fun of it, you're an asshole, a waste of air. And honestly, you're hurting me more, but I guess it doesn't matter to people. Okay, so she's establishing here that she thinks that men's mental health is important. Would you believe me? Would you believe me if I told you that I don't believe that? I believe that I think that she's very performative, because I do think that she's very performative with this kind of shit. But I just figured I would throw that out there. She's very, in my personal opinion, again, very performative about that kind of stuff. So let's get into the drama. Let's get into the drama, because some people might not know. Some people might not know what the drama is. Why are we here today? What is the problem with everything that's going on? All right. You know what's funny is I said I'm a man and I actually gained viewers. That's not how that's supposed to work. She locked her replies. I mean, she has been locking her replies. It's not like a new thing, in my personal opinion. But why are we here today, chat? Well, what the heck? Hold on. Sorry, my phone is going off. Oops. Sorry, my phone just decided to go off here. There we go. Well, to start off with, the controversy... the controversy... I can't even show you in full because it concerns lewd artwork, chat. I have had to censor the artwork. I hope this is good enough for YouTube. If it is, I can censor it in post. So, and this isn't the whole thing, by the way. So this, excuse me. This is meme aesthetic. Meme aesthetic is formerly one of my, like literally a top 5 artists that I really liked. They draw art of a lot of different things. Sometimes VTubers, sometimes pop culture, sometimes different anime. But they draw good art, all right? Like, legitimately. If Meme Aesthetic draws art of you, it's considered, like, a really cool thing. Because they are one of the top artists, like, just on the platform in general. And so, what was the problem? Well, first off, this is her. This art piece is her. I'm actually covering the uncensored version on Twitter. And he drew her. Now, he didn't just draw her once. He drew her twice. He drew this version, which, again, in my personal opinion, is too lewd for YouTube. Or just like in general. By the way, press 1 if you would be dastardly enough to share this with somebody outside of your phone. All right? Because people are saying that this art piece that I have had to selectively censor is safe for work. Including the artist. The artist thinks that this is safe for work. No. No, this is not safe for work. It is as close to the line of actual, like, nakedness as you can get, in my personal opinion. Okay? But apparently this is good enough. Because there was a second image. There was a second image. And in that second image, Meme Aesthetic decided to draw Deme in a very precarious position where she and an unnamed male partner were going at it. I am just relating to you the image. But that image is now gone. Well, why is that image now gone? Well, here, let's pull this up. Well, it's because she bitched. She bitched and whined and moaned. So, we're going to go through this right here. And by the way, people have been community noting her all the time. Hey, look, there's my reply right there. And I'll look at some of the community notes. Some of them I thought were kind of funny. Some of them I think are out of taste. So, she decided to say, hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with not safe for work art of me. Quote, but why did you make your VTuber like that? Unquote, just because I like sexy or hot things doesn't mean I want to see porn of it. Quote, it's just a VTuber, unquote. Who do you think of when you see it?
Thank you, user, for the follow.
So she's openly putting out there, I don't like not safe for work art of her. Okay. Okay. Well, would it surprise you, chat?
Obviously, Occo is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
It's SFW cause none of these idiots have had real jobs with people in HR. Their job experience is limited to online Twitter and streaming places.
Yeah. So here's what's crazy. Would it surprise you that she retweeted this? She says here, I don't like not safe for work art of me, but she's retweeting this.
I just checked the Law 34 site. There are 3 images by Meme of Deem actually.
Yeah, they've been reposted already.
To other sites. Deem's pouting be damned.
Yeah, she tried to get it erased from the internet, and it's everywhere now. And I've looked on the websites that have been like I looked at the places where it was posted. People are eating her alive on those places, and I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of funny. But apparently, she retweeted this, so she doesn't like not safe for work artwork, unless it's this. And Deme, if you're saying this is not safe for work, you're fucking lying, all right? You are fucking lying, all right? In no context do I believe that artwork is safe for, like, I do not feel comfortable, like, taking out my phone, showing a potential customer that I work with, or showing my boss this and saying, hey, what do you think of this artwork? My boss would look at me, and then he would probably write me up, all right? There is absolutely zero way, shape, or form that is okay. And, but yet, she retweeted that. She's retweeted that. And that's not the only thing she's retweeted. Okay? She has retweeted, and here, I'm not going to show it because I didn't have time to censor this. I apologize, chat. I'm sorry. But she has retweeted art of her with her feet. So, like, she's okay with people drawing art or making art of her model, exposing her feet. Very scandalous. By the way, if you're a foot person, you're weird. But she has had art exposing her feet. And she has had art exposing her half naked. And she's retweeted all of that. And she's even had clips where she's risque on camera and all that kind of shit.
Oh my god, she's got milk.
BRB going to go show my HR people that image.
I appreciate that. You're funny. Here, if you guys want to go view it, because I don't feel like I can post, I can share it here. Because again, it does include the original artwork. There's the tweet. If you want to see the other stuff that she has reposted, there you go. There you go. But she has reposted it. It's just she has a problem with some not safe for work artwork. Now, if she wants to say that she has a problem with her character getting fucked, okay, whatever. You know, again, my personal opinion is when it comes to my character, I'm just going to put this out here. I'm not going to be specific, but if you don't want not safe for work art of your character with other individuals, okay, fine. That's all right. Totally fine. Here's my problem. The last thing you should do is tell the internet that you don't like it. Can somebody tell me why you shouldn't tell the internet why you don't like things? Because, like, that's a bad idea in my personal opinion. You don't tell the internet not to do something. Not the feet. I know, right? Like, don't tell the internet not to do something. She has told the internet, I don't like having my model portrayed in this way. Well, guess what? Troll artists exist. And they will... Yeah, that's not a... That's just gonna happen, alright? There are dumb people on the internet that will not respect you. Don't know what to tell you, woman. Don't know what to tell you. But the other problem I have with this, all right? The other problem I have is it's extremely demeaning to the person that made the art, all right? The guy that made the art, again, meme aesthetic. Again, great artist. Love his art. You should check it out. Like, if you've got a problem, okay? If you're like, damn it, somebody's drawing something of me I don't like. And you literally post that right after somebody draws art. By the way, art that took time and effort. I don't think some people know this, but art takes time and effort, all right? It's not like your fancy new AI art images that you can just pop out after prompting for 5 or 10 minutes. Art takes a lot of time. By the way, that's... I don't care about the AI. I'm not making fun of AI. I'm just, like, making an example. Okay?
Obviously, Occo is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
Thank you.
The overall issue is being vague and only saying NSFW. It would have been better to say exactly what, but number one rule, don't tell the net not to do something.
Pretty much. But the problem I have is not only did she violate the rule of telling people on the internet what upsets you, because people are going to intentionally now do it just to fuck with you, but she was disrespectful towards the artist. Instead of being like, opens DMs, hey, I know you probably didn't know this, but I'm not the biggest fan of this artwork being shared of my character. And because you didn't know it, it's okay. I'm just letting you know. Okay? That could have happened, and this would have never been a thing. I would have never been talking about this. I would have been talking about how our first trillionaire is an autistic man that launched his car into space. All right? That would have been less interesting, I'm sure. But like, that's what I would have been talking about as opposed to this. But no, instead she decides to blast the artist on Twitter. And you might be like, well, Occo, she didn't mention the artist. She didn't mention the person. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the internet knows. All right? Enough people follow Meme Aesthetic. In fact, if I remember correctly, let me jump back over to this. How many followers does Meme Aesthetic have? Oh, that's the wrong account. I swear at one point Meme Aesthetic had 1 million followers. He doesn't have this account doesn't have 1 million followers. This account has 400,000 followers. Deme has 200,000 followers. There's going to be enough overlap where people are going to say, oh, my favorite lewd artist decided to upload artwork of my favorite VTuber, and my favorite VTuber is now shitting on my favorite artist for that. That's like such an asshole thing to do, all right? Such an ass. Like, if I was an artist who has honed my craft for multiple years, like Meme Aesthetic has done, spends multiple hours drawing something, like Meme Aesthetic has done, and then shows it to the internet because I just want to impress another VTuber that I like, and the first thing that she does is shit all over it. She just took off her pants and took a big shit on it. That's his side account? Okay. I kind of was like, I swore he had 1 million. Like, that's just such an evil thing to do. And by the way, that does kneecap you. Because I know for a fact, artists pay attention. artists like, they pay attention to these kind of things, you know? They take notes, they're in Discord servers, and by the way, I know this, artists, because some of you tell me about the Discord servers you're in and what you say and the blacklists you keep on some people. I know that they exist because I've seen some of them. But artists talk, and they're like, oh, this VTuber, if you make lewd art of her, she'll blast you on the internet. She'll say these mean things on the internet. And that's very demoralizing. And again, I already know what the response is from Meme, so I'm not gonna like portray this as Meme as the one that like I'm giving this as an example. But what if Meme was like so demotivated by this that he's like, you know what? I'm just not gonna draw VTubers anymore. If VTubers are gonna be this ungrateful, I'm just not gonna draw VTubers anymore. That's kind of gay. It's kind of dumb. This one VTuber here treated me like shit. She without like reaching out to me. This is horrible. I'm not interested in this anymore. I'm done with VTubers. So you know, it's really unfortunate. Now that's not what Meme Aesthetic did, but I know that some artists have probably gone through that. But what did Meme Aesthetic have to say? Because Meme Aesthetic did talk to her. And this is where I get into my issues with things. With Meme Aesthetic. Now, we'll be quick on Meme Aesthetic. Because I like Meme Aesthetic. I don't hate Meme Aesthetic. I just wish Meme Aesthetic would make the art, put the opinions in the bag, and stop giving their opinions. Because I don't care about their opinions. I just care about their art. Alright? At this point, I know they'll never draw for me.
Thank you, user, for the follow.
Even though I would love it. It's whatever. I'll move on. I'm not gonna, like, be sad forever. I'd draw her again just for the exposure. Do it if you really want to. I do it. Go right ahead. You know, whatever. It's a free country. But this is what Meme Aesthetic chose to say. And in my personal opinion, this, like, kind of ruined my ability to give a shit about Meme Aesthetic's opinions. Or how they feel, you know? Meme Aesthetic probably was, like, upset that happened.
Update. Got
Oh my
fired.
goodness.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Well, you're gonna have to show some proof of that, sir. Otherwise, I don't believe you got fired. I know you might start a GoFundMe to sue the person that got you fired, which is technically yourself, but I don't believe you unless you actually do it. I'm not referencing anything, chat, I swear. Anyway. Unfortunately, Meme Aesthetic decides to basically cuck himself or bow to her, which I don't think he should have done. Meme is spineless. Unfortunately, I'm finding out that Meme is kind of a spineless individual. It's really unfortunate, again, because his art is good, and he's got a lot of time and energy and effort into it, and it's really unfortunate. Thought you believed chats that paid you? It was a joke, but yes, I do. So what Meme says is, I feel like I have to address this now, because I've been seeing gimmick accounts, drama tubers, and horrible people saying some disgusting stuff and thinking I'm on their side. I am not. I wasn't aware on her stance on porn of her model. I don't know why it went away, but let me bring it up again. Meme. Meme Aesthetic. This is porn. This is porn right here. All right? That she retweeted. That she was okay with retweeting. You made porn of her. And you only deleted the other one. So I don't know what to tell you. This is porn. You know, we can joke about, oh, it's just hentai. No, this is porn that you made of her. After seeing this tweet, I apologized in private and deleted the original tweet where I drew porn of her model. You also drew it right there, buddy. Also, you see what here's what this proves to me here. She never reached out to him. According to this right here, and maybe there'll be correction in the future, but according to this, She just decided to blast this man on the internet without reaching out, without talking about it, without going in and giving him an opinion. By the way, I know that his DMs are open, not on this one, but on his main account, his DMs are open, so she could have DM'd this man. He probably follows her, so she could have definitely DM'd him. But instead of doing that, instead of being an adult, you know, she's just going to be a BPD whore, she decided to blast him on the internet like this. And we know that because he says right here that basically she never reached out to him. She never reached out to him. That's shit behavior. That is really gross shit behavior in my personal opinion. Dude's an auntie. I've heard that. I've heard that. It doesn't really matter to me in this current moment, but, you know. Anyway, he continues on by saying, quote, but she reposted your anyway, unquote. It's from my Safer Work account. It's spicy, but clearly a pinup, not porn. Chat, is that porn? I've had to censor it for YouTube. For Neil Mohan, so he doesn't get upset at me. Press 1 if you think that, again, like, would you show this to somebody outside of your bedroom? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't know. That's pretty. If you think that that's not porn, that's pretty goon-brained of you. Because that is like legitimately. I might like it on Twitter. Maybe I'll retweet it on Twitter. Maybe. But I wouldn't just go up to my... Like, if that was Occo, I would not just go up to my family. Because I sometimes show my family art that I get of Occo. But I only show the stuff that's cute. You know, like the yippies or maybe some silly stuff. I wouldn't show that to my family. I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing that with my family. I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing that with just about anybody other than the few friends that I know would enjoy it and myself. And maybe some of my chat. So I think that there's a bit of delusion here thinking that that's not porn. That is legitimately porn. I'm sorry. Anyway, continue on. He says, quote, but she said she doesn't like not safe works. That clearly counts, unquote. She elaborates that she dislikes porn of her stuff, not spicy art. This is porn. I'm sorry to say this is porn. She, quote, but Rule 34 would exist, there's porn of it, unquote. True, but if it's of her model and her rules, I don't want to be the type of person that draws porn of someone or someone's OC out of spite. Well, unfortunately for you, meme aesthetic, somebody will. Somebody will. And again, I don't know how this is out of spite. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how this is out of spite because you didn't know. Now, maybe you could make the argument he should have reached out and asked her, he said, hey, I like your VTuber model. I'm going to draw it. Maybe you can make that argument. I don't care. Artists are allowed to draw fan art. They don't necessarily need your permission. I mean, it is your copyright, so if you wanted to litigate it, sure. But like, that's really gay if you do that, you know. If Law 34 sites say explicit, it's explicit. I would agree. I wouldn't call it porn. Lewd images yet, but not porn. I think anything that is marked as explicit would be. I don't know. I guess it depends on what your definition would be. You know what? I'm curious. What does Google say? Okay. So this is Google's response. Google says pornography is any visual, written, or audio material that depicts real or simulated sexual acts intended to cause sexual arousal. It's exclusively meant for adults and comes in various, well, I would assume and hope that it's meant for adults. But it says here that the intended case is to cause arousal. It's for causing arousal. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm sure to some people it causes arousal. I don't know. People on the web are desensitized? Probably. Now, here's where, like, this whole thing right here, I think this is just cuck behavior. I think that memes shouldn't care all that kind of shit.
Because it's a lost cause.
Well, you do have 63 pics on the rules site.
I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do. Oh, excuse me. Is definitely arousing? Sure. Heat causes arousal to weirdos. That's a bad argument. Fair. Fair. It's not a sexual act. I mean, fair enough. I would still say, like, even if you don't want to say that it's not straight pornography, I would still say it's not safe for work content that you should not be sharing with anybody. Unless, again, you're in a Discord server with your Discord kittens.
From MommaOcco.
I'm convinced that Twitch VTubers are allergic to resolving things in private and handling situations like adults.
You want to know what's funny? You bring that up. Do you want to know what side of the argument Deme was on when it came to Cinder? I don't like going back to the well of Cinder, but it's a good like litmus test that I use to see just kind of like who is the asshole and who actually like actually is a critical thinker. Deme was definitely on the side of condemning Cinder before and after the Google Doc came out. So Deme definitely doesn't care about resolving things in private. So why would she resolve things in private now? You know. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Not Cinder's? Yeah, she definitely wasn't on Cinder's side. Anyway, kind of besides the point. Meme aesthetic ends off by saying, seeing my name on fucking Chibi Reviews was the last straw. I appreciate if everyone just move on with their day as I have, like, this morning. Now they mentioned Chibi Reviews. Ooh, the scary Chibi Reviews.
I don't like giving super chats, but I'll give you a super chat cause I don't like you deem reason maxing. All honesty though, after I saw her reply to Chibi, I can't see her the same way anymore.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Catalyst16 tipped $7.06. Thank you. In terms of NSFW artwork, I'm assuming you've already heard about Wonder Bread Guy.
I know all about the Wonder Bread guy. That guy's weird. That is very weird. Didn't Deme say Cinder was a psycho? I don't remember specifically what she said. I just remember that she was definitely on the side of this Cinder is 110% evil. Which makes sense when you figure out who she's all friends with. She's all friends with all those girlies. She was friends with all the girlies, and for some reason, after Cinder was kicked out, Deme, along with a couple other content creators, obviously, was more accepted into the fold. She was given more opportunities with some of these other bigger women. So it does make sense that she would be anti-Cinder. Non-critical thinker, doesn't have anything of worth to say. And she wants to get in with all these other VTubers. And why would she go against these big VTubers that she wants to get in with and stream with? Obviously, that's career suicide. You can't go against Shy Lily or Bow the Whale. Those are obviously really big people that matter. So she's going to follow kowtow whatever the fuck they say. Did I do a lol-cow episode on the Wonder Bread guy? No, but I should. I should.
From MommaOcco.
Based on your take on this image, you're saying all swimsuits and swimsuit images are prawn.
Yeah, I would agree with you, and I think that, like... Yeah, I think that's definitely wrong. I'm going to be honest with you, I agree. I still think that, at the very least, it's softcore, you know? I would agree with you that softcore... There would probably be a difference between softcore and non. I definitely think that, like, two-piece bathing swimsuits are meant to attract a more illicit... or not illicit. Like, two-piece bathing suits are made specifically to attract more arousal than non. You know, if that makes sense. That's why, by the way, in Mormon culture, they ask you not to wear two pieces. They ask you to wear one pieces. Leotards. Oh, I wouldn't say a leotard is either. No. My problem is the intent with the image and what I feel like it represents, you know? Erotic but not prawn? Yeah, probably not. I still think that it's softcore enough. My personal opinion. But I feel like, again, my problem with this is, like, she's got a very suggestive image. Thank you for the $1. VTuber lose, disgusting. I know, right? One Piece is pure sexo. It's the low angle. Yeah. I think that the low angle, like, listen. You can't tell me that you're not trying to elicit a reaction with the low angle showing the under boob. Something, by the way, that's banned on Twitch. Crazy, in my personal opinion. Like, you're doing a low angle. You're obviously using a swimsuit that is cut specifically to elicit some kind of arousal. And, again, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't feel comfortable showing this to a boss at work. Sorry, I wouldn't. Everything can be porn if you try hard enough. Yeah. I would say that it's definitely softcore, at the very least. Meme is mostly 18 plus? No, yeah. There's a camel? Was there a camel? If there's a camel toe, then...
NSFW does not mean prawn. It means it is content that you shouldn't share with coworkers at work. This does include prawn, but
no,
it is
I
not
agree.
limited to prawn.
No, I would agree with that. It's definitely not safe for work content. 100%. Because we all know that not safe for work is more than just lewd things. It can be things like, is the Statue of David porn? No, I would say so. I would not say so. I would say that that is not safe for work, although it is in a workplace, quote unquote, so to speak. I don't want to get trapped up on this feeling, but I do agree, and I will revise what I say. I would agree that it's probably not directly straight pornography. It is definitely softcore, in my personal opinion. Based off of the angles, what you've chosen to draw, and how you are choosing to phrase it, I definitely feel like it is a not safe for work pinup that's definitely softcore. I feel like that's agreeable. Would you guys agree to that? I would say that that's agreeable. Definitely not straight up hardcore, the image that they deleted, but she has a video of her clapping with her cheeks. See, that's my problem with this woman. She's like, oh, I don't want not safe for work of my account, but, like, I'm gonna be as lewd as possible without, like, doing this other stuff. It's just like, do you want people to sexualize you as an individual, or do you want to just be a pious little angel? If you want to be a pious little angel, you don't want people to sexualize you. Okay, fine, cool. I don't care about that. But you can't then do other shit. You can't retweet other art of you that's clearly risque and clearly not meant for the normal place. You can't, like, make jokes about your body sexually, and then you can't just come out and say, oh, but don't draw lewd artwork of me, guys. You can't do that because then I'll get mad. I'm not a fan of that. Thank you for becoming a member on Kick. I appreciate that. Anyway, it's softcore because I'm 100% meme has an 18 plus version. The 18 plus version, what was deleted, and it was her getting railed by another guy, you know. That's what it was. Anyway, let's go ahead and address the chibi thing. All right, let's address the chibi stuff. Okay. Okay. So, Chibi quote retweets Deme, and he says, the level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me. Look at the repost. And if you go far enough, oh, you know what? I should be careful so I don't scroll. Here, let me make sure I find it first off. I wanna make sure I grab it. Where'd it go? Oh, what the hell? What happened? No. Hold on, chat. Let me grab it real quick. For some reason, I did say there was some things that that did not save. I didn't get a chance to save all of. Here, let me grab it. I want to get what I'm going for specifically is her reply to this whole thing, because she replied to him and all that kind of shit, and it was insane. She went full retard. She did. She did. She also blocked him, by the way. She blocked him, and it was insane. Fuck, Chibi tweets way too much. There it is. Oh, did she delete it? There's no way she deleted it. I am gonna lose my mind. Oh, there it is. There it is, there it is, there it is. Okay. My apologies, chat. There we go. Okay. All right, cool. So, you know, we already read this post. We don't care about that. Deme says, wait, OMG, aren't you the guy whose fiance literally cheated on you and your whole friend group sided with her, LMFAO? Now, I don't really care if you like or dislike Chibi. My personal opinion is Chibi is an alright guy. Sometimes he gets a little crazy on the internet, but for the most part, I think that I'm okay with Chibi, like, in his defense of, like, not censoring things and trying to be as censorship-free as possible. I think that overall, Chibi is a net positive for the most part. I do think he could learn to be a little bit more tactful with some of what he says, but for the most part, I think he is a net positive. We'll end it off at there. So instead of engaging with him, she decides to just insult him. A very mean insult, by the way, and it's kind of ironic considering something else that we'll pull out of here. And Chibi replies by saying, so you avoid answering why you retweet not safe for work of your avatar despite being upset about it in your post. Then you cheer on cheating. Interesting. Now I hold strong negative emotions toward this woman. Yeah, that's where, like, the negative emotions kind of just, like, started, basically. Now, what ends up happening? Well, she blocks him, all that kind of shit. She decides to walk away from it. Because apparently, chat, apparently, this woman is in Japan right now. And can I just say, when you're on vacation, and I can say this because I've done this in the past too, and I think it's gay, which is why I'm okay saying this. If you are on vacation in another country, so I'm going to assume that this woman does not live in Japan. I'm going to assume that she either lives in the Philippines or US or wherever she lives. I don't really care. If she lives in another country, she's visiting another country for the purposes of her vacation, why the fuck are you spending time whining about not safe for work art on Twitter, getting into fights with people on Twitter, and you're supposed to be vacationing? So why are you doing this? That's what I don't get. I don't understand why she's doing this. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Just turn off the internet. I think Deme is unable to turn off the internet. I think she is legitimately unable to turn off the internet. I do think that it is partially because of her, as she says in her description, because of her disability. I think she's unable to just walk away. I think she has to constantly be connected to all that kind of stuff. But this was her response. After a day, over 1 million impressions on multiple different individuals, and so many people saying that this woman is a bitch for saying that, this is her response, okay? She says, I was too busy in Japan to see what happened on Twitter. That's a lie, by the way. I am telling you right now, this woman spent the day watching everything that happened on Twitter. I don't have proof of it, obviously, but I do not believe that this woman just didn't sit on Twitter. I believe that she just sat there, because, like, she argued with Chibi. She can turn off replies. Yeah, she turned off replies routinely throughout the day. So she was watching what was going on. She just was like, well, hopefully it'll pass by. Oh, fuck, it's not passing by. What am I supposed to do? Well, I'm going to say this. And in my personal opinion, this did way more damage. And by the way, people have been looking into this woman, what she's done all day. A lot of people are unhappy with this. Cat Liente moment. Yeah, she pulled a Cat Liente where she's like, oh, I'm just taking a vacation. I'm just taking a vacation and I'm just going to ignore it. Well, you didn't do a good job ignoring it. So, She says, I was too busy in Japan to see what happened in Twitter. What I meant by not safe for work, since a lot of people are confused, I'm okay with lewd, never have not been okay with it. I just don't like seeing people fuck, LOL. Well, that would have been nice to know in the first place. Again, here's my problem. Again, if you don't want to see art of your character going down with some random ass mofo, instead of just shaming the artist. Because make no mistake, she shamed the artist. And sadly, the artist decided to cuck. Instead of shaming the artist, why didn't you just DM him in the first place? Instead of whining, bitching, and moaning that you're not getting your way, why didn't you just go to the artist's DMs? Why? You could have done that. This could have not been a thing, but instead she decided to just bitch, and everybody's like saying, why didn't you handle this in private? So there were steps that could have been taken. She chose to take none of them. To me, being a bitch, that's nothing new, and I've never been nice to people I don't care about / respect. Y'all are so bored that someone just doesn't like porn, you personally get riled up. Again, it's not that you don't like it. It's that you did not take the right steps to correct yourself. There is a right and wrong way to do this, and you chose all the wrong answers. Could have handled it like an adult? No, exactly. There is an adult way to do this, and she did not do it. She did not do it. Instead, she decided to just, like, flame. Again, she flamed an artist that she did not need to do. Again, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind that this woman decided to just go to the internet and complain when she could have like learn from Cinder. If you want to flame Cinder so hard, learn from her and actually talk to people. But she doesn't have to do that. No, she's just going to do this. I do like that she admits that she's an asshole. You know, she's like, oh, I'm a bitch, but that's not new. Yeah, we all know you're a bitch. And now more people know that you're a bitch. She continues on by saying, I just genuinely can't really care if you don't... no, okay. Can we be done, by the way, with people saying, I don't care what people are saying about me on the internet. I don't care if you hate me. No, you care a lot. All right? Deme, listen, Deme. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be here right now. You know where you would be? You'd be in Japan with your abusive boyfriend that stabbed you in the leg. We'll talk about that, by the way. Allegedly. You would be with him. But no, you care so much that you made this as a tweet. Then you followed up twice. Twice you followed up. So she cares. She cares so much about this that she had to make a tweet. So she cares. She can't say she doesn't care. She cares. I'm just so tired of people saying, I don't care. I'm above it. I'm moving on. You care. Just admit it.
From MommaOcco.
Dame, you contradict yourself multiple times. You complain when it's done to you, and grift off caring when it gains you clicks and views.
If you have to say you don't care, then you actually care. Exactly. Like, legitimately, there have been so many times where, like, I haven't cared. You know how many times I've said I don't care? I'm sure I have in the past, but, like, when recently, when I've not cared about something, I just don't say I don't care. I just don't say anything. But more often than not, because I'm a drama tuber, I care. What's happening in the VTuber community? Something's always happening. Well, I will say, first off, there is no VTuber community. There are pockets of communities, but there is no VTuber community. Okay? It is literally just a great big industry of people that don't know how to work with each other, if that makes sense. But we're talking about a woman that, like, shamed an artist and sadly got away with it. Continuing on, she says, if you don't want to respect it or even try to see what I meant, I see no reason to be respectful remotely to some losers. I'd be lying if I said I was sorry. Yeah, she really is just hoping that people move on. This is not the words of somebody that's, like, looking over and understanding. Again, excuse me. Why aren't you hanging out with your man? You're in Japan, right? You should be with your man. Go keep, like, going around in Japan. Like, this is so... Like, again, if you have to hang out on your vacation on the internet, that is not only terminally online, it's depressing. It is depressing that you have to spend time on... Again, if you don't care as much as you say you do, it is depressing for you to, like, care enough to, like, just sit on the internet like this. So... You know. Anyway. That wasn't the only thing she decided to say. Her latest response got community noted. They're all getting community noted. So this one got community noted. Some of these I think are dumb and gay, and we're not going to go through them. But she's had multiple responses here. We're going to go through the other two. Her first response says, "Was it right to do what I did? Was it? No, but I never pretended to be a role model whatsoever." Oh, okay. Listen. I'm allowed to be a horrible human being, chat. Listen, chat. I'm allowed to be a bitch and a cunt to people because I'm not a role model. I'm not raising anybody. I'm not trying to be a paragon of virtue. So you just need to get over it. All right? You got to get over it. I'm not a role model. So if you're not happy with the fact that I flip you off and I say you suck and I make fun of your situations, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not your role model. So I can just be a bitch no matter what you say. You realize that women like that go into their 30s and 40s alone with cats, and they are sad for the rest of their lives because, like, legitimately, you sound like a lonely cat woman who got to the end of her girl bossing and realized that there is nothing left for her. Maybe you deserve your boyfriend. You know what? I'm sorry. That's mean of me. That's really mean of me. I'm sorry. My apologies. She doesn't deserve her boyfriend to do what she did to him. But I just can't feel that bad because of how she chooses to act. Say it like I mean it. Did anyone see that she called TADC an Israeli show? I need to see that tweet. Send me that tweet. Please send that to me. That sounds absolutely bizarre to me. Please send that to me. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That is amazing. To the people who bringing up what happened with my relationship in the past as a blow, we practically moved on from it too. If you actually watch my streams, he's on it all the time. Yeah, again, we'll bring up the boyfriend thing, chat. Let me ask you, chat. Under what circumstances would you get back with a boyfriend or a girlfriend that stabbed you? All right, let's just say your significant other, all right? You got a wife, you got a boyfriend, you got a husband, you know, whatever. And they stab you. Would you ever get back with that person? Would you give them a second chance? Could you give me a scenario where that person deserves a second chance? Or would you recognize that you're not a BPD that has some sort of weird attachment to a psychopath? Because that's psychopathic behavior. If a person stabs you, you should be as far away from them as possible. All right? Far away as possible. Never touch them again. And that's my personal opinion. Like, if you want to make the argument, well, they're mentally retarded, they had an episode, I still wouldn't really want to be around them. Maybe if they got multiple years of help or just help in general and a doctor told me they don't have stabbing tendencies anymore, great. I might not be a partner with them anymore. I don't know. I don't believe Dame's words. Listen, she's an unreliable narrator in my personal opinion, so I don't believe it either. I don't know. How often does the boyfriend get on camera and say, yeah, guys, I haven't, like, beat her recently? Oh, again, that's really mean of me to say, I guess. But, like, yeah, guys, I haven't, like, been mean to her recently, so...
If I had even one shred of respect for you before this, it's gone now. That quote is very fitting.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. I can't send the link because I don't have Discord or Twitter, but you can find it on that Clippers channel. What Clippers channel? Tell me what Clipper, and I can try and look it up. Excuse me. But, like, it's just crazy, in my personal opinion, that you would get back with somebody like that. Even after half a decade, I wouldn't trust him. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be really difficult. Again, I probably would never be a partner with that individual because that tells me that even if they are not a murderer or trying to harm me, there is a deep lack, a psychological or like brain connection that is missing to the point where they chose to stab me. We're also assuming, by the way, that I'm innocent and I didn't do anything to cause the stabbing. Like this isn't a situation where it's self-preservation. The stabbing happened because the person's crazy or insane. But the only person I can think of that would get back with somebody like that is a mentally deficient individual themselves. Well, at least Deme does say that they have BPD, so that's fair enough. Anyway, let's continue reading this here and move on. And we're happy AF taking a break from streaming in Japan. I never hid that whatsoever. Again, that's like, why isn't your boyfriend not taking away the phone? It sounds like he can do things. Why isn't he taking away the phone?
My issue is Dame complains about brining up her past and don't do it. But she literally did just that to Chibi and it's okay.
No, that's a good point.
Get some standards.
That's a good point. Like, Deme, if you don't want people to bring up your past, why are you bringing up another man's past? Like, listen, I can do that just as easily as you can. I can literally just bring up your past and you can't get upset because you literally just did the same thing to Chibi. If you want to like if we want to live in this tit for tat world, you literally just did that to Chibi and you're expecting that people aren't going to find out what's in your past? Like, I believe that people are allowed to move on, people are allowed to grow from their mistakes, all that kind of shit. But like, if the internet chooses to like look at you being a hypocrite and then dig it up and like throw it back in your face, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. That's just the internet. 2 days ago. I'm gonna wait for this to go through. Thank you. Appreciate that.
It amazes me when people online make excuses for their behavior instead of just apologizing and saying, I screwed up.
No, I agree.
It just take a little humility.
I agree. Just bring up how Deme treated Rosie. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not just gonna listen. This stream is not just gonna be this. I've got some select previous things that happened. Again, we'll talk about the boyfriend a little bit more. I already pseudo brought it up, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We got some other stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Like I'm a perfect role model. I don't care what you plebs think. And I'll show you by T-wadding some more. Stop bullying me. Dame maybe.
Maybe. To the people who think I'm not a good VTuber, never did the norm, and I don't plan to. Cry about it, pussy. Well, I definitely don't think she's a good VTuber. She's definitely a slop tuber at the very least. And at the very most, like, she is tantamount to almost being a freebooter. It was from Resident 464 in his vid 2 days ago. Towards the end of the video is where she starts criticizing the show. Okay, hold on. Appreciate that. Let me see if I can look it up.
Signs82 tipped $5. Thank you. It's curious how BPD people constantly pick the most abusive people for their life partners. Also, Chibi did not deserve this.
No, I don't agree that Chibi... Yeah, Chibi doesn't deserve it. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of reactions here. Interesting. 2 days ago, towards the end of the video. What, the TikTok and Instagram reel memes? Okay. Maybe we'll take a look at that when we have... I'll take a look at that later. What would a freebooter be for VTubing? Like riding off of someone else's success? Yeah, again, when it comes to reaction content, I don't mind if you watch somebody else's content. Thank you, I appreciate it. Here, chat.
That's a big dude.
You got cheated on lol. Is just cruel and evil. Then to follow it up with what I did is wrong but I give no apology. What's the point of that? Why would you choose to just be knowingly cruel?
Well, guys, it's just my disability. Don't you know I'm bipolar? I'm allowed to be an asshole. It literally says so on these medical documents, and you gotta just be okay with it because I'm not a role model. That's literally what she's doing. She's deflecting by using her mental illness. And guess what? If you're new here, I get fucking pissed when people do that, right? I have my own mental illnesses. I know people that have their own mental illnesses. They don't use that as a crutch. You cannot, in my personal opinion, use mental illness as a crutch to say that you're allowed to be an asshole. Because you're just an asshole with an extra title on it. like you are just an asshole that has chosen to use an excuse for being an asshole. And I just don't like that. Yes, please, no spamming. Although I don't see that as really, as long as it doesn't happen multiple times. I'm not saying I don't believe Daime's words, but I don't believe her words. Yeah, I don't like disability, mental illness. Like, me neither. Like, legitimately, one of the most frustrating things in the world to me is watching... Here, I'll wait for this to go through.
What does she mean she doesn't do the norm? She's a react tuber. Something you can find a dime a dozen in VTubing?
No, I would agree that she's definitely a dime a dozen among some of the lower end of reaction slop. I think what she means is, I'm not like the other girls. I'm not a nice, cutesy girl. I'm an asshole. And it's just like, yeah, you're an asshole. And I can understand why people don't want to hang around you. Am I salty about what happened with Fallen Shadow? What happened with Shondo last year? I can't remember. I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot about Shondo. Mostly just because, like, when she's not in drama, or when many people are in drama, I just forget that they exist. She posts her face and body a lot. Oh, then she's definitely like all of those other VTubers. Man, that's awesome. I'm epileptic, but you must let me drive and kill others because I've always wanted to drive trucks. That's a good one, yeah. Yeah. Oh, right. I mean, yeah, Shondo, that did happen with Shondo, yeah. I didn't... Okay, people are bringing up a bunch of random things with Shondo. Shondo shot... Oh, yeah, I do remember when she did that, yeah. I didn't... Even though I don't like Floki, that wasn't right what she did to him. She tweeted rashly when she was lacking sleep. Yeah, that's a bad excuse, too. It's just like, guys, I'm lacking sleep. You have to let me off the hook. It's like, no. Then what you're telling me is that I should flame you for not getting sleep. Rant starts at 37 minutes into the video. Okay, I'll pull it up and then we'll watch it like a little bit later. Pause. That is oh, I don't like that. Was it 37 minutes and 30 seconds? All right. Well, we will hold that for later, chat. We will hold that for later because that sounds absolutely insane. Okay. Anyway, let's read her second tweet here. Did Shondo ever apologize? I'm pretty sure she did. Pretty sure she did. I can't remember, honestly. It's been so... Listen, so many VTubers say so many things against so much drama. It's rare that I remember all the random stuff that happens. Let's read this second one here. So, she says this 7 hours. She goes back to doing 2 hours of Japan while also talking to her Discord kitten community. And my assumption is she realized that she still had to continue saying something, which, again, you should stop talking if you want this to go away. But she didn't stop talking, so it didn't go away. And instead, she decided to add another, like, little book here. She says, to add to this, I talked to my community. Again, you're on vacation in Japan with your abusive boyfriend, and you decided to spend time talking to your community. Like, legitimately. If I'm the boyfriend... No, I won't say that. If I'm the boyfriend, I'd be like, bitch, what the fuck? I thought you and I came here with the money you got from the fans that you swindled. Why are you wasting your time talking to them? It's time for me and you. Like, I'd be so pissed off if I was him. Like, bitch, put your phone away. It's me and you and this fucking, like, creature that I don't know what its name is, but it's Japanese, so I like it. Like, that's legitimately how I would act. Like, what the fuck? Boyfriend must be boring? If he stabbed her, he's definitely not boring. I'm telling you that right now. Just saying. Anyway. Let's continue. I just think it's insane that you could be like, I'm in this country that so many people dream. I'm taking off my headset, by the way, just because I need to for a moment. I'm not talking to anybody, so it's fine. It's like, I'm in a country that many people dream of going to. Many people can't have the opportunity to go to because Japan is becoming more closed-minded, which is fair. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't blame them. But, like, I'm in a place that people dream of going to. And what am I going to do? I'm going to waste my time, my boyfriend's time, the money that we spent, so that I can be on Twitter. And again, this would have been solved if she just didn't say anything when the artist put out art of her. If she just said nothing about the art, she just spent her day in Japan. Like, legitimately, all of this can chalk back to just get off your fucking phone, woman. Get off the phone. Because if she didn't get on her phone, she wouldn't have seen the art. If she didn't see the art, she would have been in Japan. She would have had fun. She would have had an entire day. She could have gone through the entire weekend. Come back then, gone through the entire weekend. The art would have been up. It would have been over. Nobody would have cared. And then she could have DM'd a static meme after that. But no. Instead, she's taking time away from her expensive vacation that her boyfriend and her are doing just to be on Twitter. That is depressing, in my personal opinion. Anyway, sorry, let's continue. I was confused with some people calling me a hypocrite. I do advocate for mental health for women and men. I, however, do not care about Chibi. That's very brutal. And you know what? Fair. You can say you don't care about Chibi. But that's insane. I made the mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head when seeing his username. Well, at least you admit that. But I should have been the better person and said nothing. Again, get off your fucking phone, woman. I've learned to hold my tongue in most things, but I legit got surprised seeing the username and the association with it. So, I don't believe that she knows how to hold her tongue, because I've seen her reply to enough people. She does not know how to hold her tongue. Period. Is Nikita... I don't know who Nikita is. If you're talking about the Twitter guy, no, Nikita is not her boyfriend, I'm pretty sure. Is there any reliability in regards to the abusive boyfriend? We'll get to that, because she does admit it, essentially. She does basically admit a bits in it. A lot of it was removed because she DMCA struck some of the videos that were online about it. So, by the way, download this video or restream this video, because me talking about it might get this pulled down. Because she's a flaggot, in my personal opinion. We'll get there. We'll get there. For people who think I'm backpedaling, no, I'm sorry for slipping up and not thinking before talking. Well, that's technically backpedaling. Technically, I guess you want to say. But all apologies are a form of backpedaling. You're taking back what you're saying, backpedaling, and saying what you said was wrong. Yes, that's technically backpedaling. So, yeah, you are technically backpedaling by saying, I'm sorry that I did not think before putting that out. You are conceding that you are wrong and taking back what you're saying. It's insane that I have to explain it like that, because, like, I'm autistic. I shouldn't have to explain this kind of stuff to a random person on the internet. I'm sorry for slipping up and not thinking before talking, but I'm not sorry for what I said. So, okay, she's sorry, but she's really not sorry. All right, listen. All of this. Just erase it. Just erase it. I'm sorry, but I hate him and he's a piece of shit. Okay, then you're not sorry. You're not sorry at all. At all. You're literally not sorry at all. You are just choosing to find another way to insult him. Heading out? All right, you have a good night. Thank you. I appreciate it. Make sure to watch the rest later. It'll be on Rumble. By the way, if this stream gets taken down, chat, I do have a Rumble. I have a Rumble and I have a Kick. Guess what? Those can't get taken down. Those can't get taken down. So, if it legitimately does happen, and I know that I'm saying that, like, and maybe I'm putting some hype around it. I do legitimately hope it doesn't get taken down. But if it does, I do have other places where you can view this in the future. Oh, Bandman, welcome. I've reached the point where I see specific VTubers and I actively dislike their avatars because of the people behind them and their disappointing conduct. No, I agree. I agree. Are you modded on here? I need to... I like mod all of the cool people in my stream. You are definitely modded. Yes, you are. Cool. I mod all of the cool VTubers in my chat. All right. Anyway, I don't like this. This is a backhanded apology that, again, was written... and she's supposed to be on vacation with her boyfriend. Mizu's doing the same topic. Is he really? I told him that if he wanted to talk about it with me, he could. If he's also doing the same topic, if you guys want to follow Mizu, excuse me, let me shout out Mizu as well. Mizu is probably giving different kinds of topics. See, I'm loud, I'm screeching. Mizu is probably going to be a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit more concise. But if you want to listen to Mizu, you can also listen to Mizu. Is it gonna do the thing? Yeah, it did. Perfect. I'm grateful for that. Go follow Mizu. Go listen to Mizu if you really want to. You know, go add onto the stream. He's talking about the exact same thing. I'll listen to his VOD at work. Fair enough. Anyway, let's continue. I am not sorry. So again, erase all of this because you're not sorry. I'm not sorry for what I said, to be honest, especially that it was towards him. So, let me get this straight. She's saying that under normal circumstances, if she knew deep, dark, personal information about a random-ass person on Twitter and she let it slip, she would apologize for them. Oh, I know this random person got into a cheating scandal. I'm going to apologize to them because they're not Chibi Reviews. But because it's Chibi Reviews. Oh, that dastardly, evil Chibi Reviews. He likes to make everything content. Base, kind of base, not going to lie. Everything is content to Chibi Reviews. Everything. And so because Chibi Reviews makes everything content, and because I don't like him, because he's a culture warrior, and because he likes to stand for things that I don't like, I'm going to say evil, mean things to him. Mizu's done with Power World. Deme, he's talking about Power World. Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Chad, tell Mizu if he wants to come in and talk about more stuff, he's more than willing to. I haven't... You know what? I'll DM him and say if he wants to come in later, he can. I've always said that Deme seems emotionally unintelligent. She's BPD, so you've already answered your question. She's very compulsive what she says and ends up eating her own words later. We've had shoe on head, now we've have foot in mouth. Yes. Chibi's crime is being into Lolly. You know what's funny is Chibi admitted on Under the Tea that he doesn't like Lolly. And I guess, like, you know, you can debate that. You can agree or disagree. Chibi told me to my face, well, my virtual face. Chibi told me he is not, he's not into Lolly. He's into MILFs and giants, which I guess means that he likes giant women stepping on him, allegedly. But he told me he's not into Lolly. And you know what? Cool. He just defends it because he, and I can understand the idea. It's like defend the worst among the fetishes that aren't illegal, because if you can't defend the worst among you, then you can't really defend anything. And I kind of get that. It's not a target for today, though. She continues by saying, he's a piece of shit and everything about him is disgusting to me. Well, that's very rude. Not because he got cheated on, but because he's a weirdo in general. Okay. It's just an insult. I don't like him because he's weird. All right. All right, cool. Would you say that? Would you, knowing that the local disabled guy is weird, would you like do that to him as well? No, you wouldn't, because everybody would look at you and say, "What? You're being an asshole. You're being an asshole." I don't know. From the original post, I didn't make the post for people to delete art of me. I did it just as a reminder of my stance, which hasn't changed. It annoyed me that people have the time to scroll my page, but not take the time to literally read the OG post and the reply not an hour after specifying what I exactly meant. It annoyed me when all the blue badges came crawling in. Oh no! Wait a minute! You have a blue badge, bitch! Woman, you literally pay for the trillionaire's blue badge. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what she's talking about. Like, you're a blue badge yourself. So shut up. Pot me, kettle, exact. I am so tired of, like, I get it. All right? You could say you don't like Elon Musk. You hate Elon Musk. Why are you on his platform? Why are you paying for Twitter Blue? You know, why all these other things? It's just like, if you don't like this platform and you don't like it, get off of it. I don't want you here. It's the same thing I say to people that say they hate the U.S. If you hate the U.S., get out of my country. You don't deserve to be here. I would rather import, like, some illegals and make them natural citizens that actually want to be here and actually want to work hard and actually want to contribute over some whiny retard bitch that just wants to be here to take from society and take resources, all that kind of shit. Like, legitimately, it just bothers the shit out of me. It's besides the point. My apologies. Shut up, silly woman. Exactly. I need to add that as a rotating clip. Oh, thank you.
Obviously, Occo is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
It annoyed me. Woman, you're on vacation. Twitter is not real life. Go touch that Japanese
No,
grass.
exactly. Exactly. Again, it bears repeating. Why are you spending so much time on your phone? Are you in line at some sort of, like, amusement park where you have to, like, look on your phone? I just don't get it. Like, you could do so much. You know what's crazy, chat? That brings up a fun little point. At Disney, if you're in line at Disney, you don't even have to get on your phone. Disney makes games that you can play on your phone in the Disney park while you're in line. It's amazing. You never have to go to social media. There's so many ways to remove these kinds of distractions. And yet these people would rather be on Twitter. I don't know. It's crazy. My bad to my community for getting into drama again. She says again, chat, because she gets into drama all the time. I know I'm not losing anything valuable when it's this type of crowd. Now, she's saying, well, they weren't going to follow me anyway, so it's okay. I've already seen plenty of her fans say that they don't like what she said to Chibi. I have seen her lose some followers. Now, she's probably not going to lose significant. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I know there's some people, they're chomping at the bit. They're like, oh, I can't wait to see the big drop-off. She's not going to have a big drop-off. I'm telling you right now. When people get into drama, okay? It is a slow build, you know? It is a slow build for this kind of shit. Where people make little pricks at themselves. Time and time and time again. Where they'll get into drama, and depending on how they handle it, they could come out on top, or it could be a net negative. There is a point where when you get into drama after drama after drama, where people just see you as a pariah. And people just see you as somebody not worth interacting with or touching. And depending on how you navigate it, it could ruin your career. Because people will see you as a liability. And the only people you're going to be with is the people you network with. And sure, that might be fine with you. But, like, it does genuinely hurt you. That's why, like, if you're in drama, the best thing to do is shut up and do nothing. Remember, she doesn't care? Exactly. She doesn't care, but she's still got to tell you she doesn't care. Anyway, pancakes and waffles. Also, I'm not stupid. I know me saying my stance on the porn thing isn't going to stop people from doing it. The post was for people who cared about my stance. Well, guess what? That doesn't matter. Literally, it does not matter. Like, you still don't say this. And again, I'll just say this right now, by the way. Because I've talked with a lot of safe for work exclusive. I know I'm not safe for work. Spoiler alert, I like some weird shit, alright? Not as weird as some people may want to devolve themselves to, but I like weird stuff, alright? I know some safe for work VTubers who are like, they don't want any lewd artwork of them. Legitimately, they don't want any lewd artwork of them. And that's fine. That's cool, okay? Guess what? They've never told the internet. They may have been like... And you want to know why they don't have to tell the internet? Because everybody knows. Like, you can tell this VTuber is not lewd. You can tell this VTuber mostly conservative, or they have a nice outfit, but they're not, their tits aren't hanging out, their body isn't like sexual. They purposefully show themselves as a person who wants to be dignified. Will somebody draw porn of them? Maybe. But most people just know. But with Deme, if you look at her here, you know, I'm going to show you her VTuber model. I'm going to show you just her regular VTuber model. I just want a regular VTuber model. Like, Give me one moment. Okay. I'll make sure I'm right. Now, is her VTuber model as bad as some other content creators I've seen? No. No, obviously not. It's not, like, as bad. But, like, there are still elements that I see people add to their models where they show specific things, and it's obvious that you're trying to be more risque or more on the more ecchi side than, excuse me, say perhaps, I don't know, I'll bring up Celestium again, you know? Celestium, obviously, like, if you want to compare Celestium to her, there's obviously a huge difference. Celestium doesn't show herself off. I don't even think she has any kind of boob window in any of her artworks. I don't even think Celestium has, like beach artwork of herself. Maybe one day she will, but, like, when you get a model, and by the way, there are ways to make this. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Because it's a lost cause.
Just checked her social blade. She's lost 234 followers as of today. I doubt she'll lose too many more if she's already this insular.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. Well, there you go. She did lose some people today. Good to know. Good to know. Legitimately, the amount of people that she lost is about 2/3 of my stream. By the way, thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoy my content. If you like my content, by the way, sorry, I'm just going to do this. If you like my content, subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, you don't have to throw me $1. Only do it if you really want to. But subscribe to the YouTube channel. I do talk about VTuber-related drama like this all the time. And I think you'll like it. Our audience is full of hyper leftites who laugh at... Does she make Charlie Kirk jokes? Alright. Can I just say, like, I'm not a political... Well, I am political. Not on camera. I'm not, like, a hyper righty, a hyper lefty. Alright, I'm neither of those two. But, like, guys... Do you really have to do that? Like, legitimately, do you really have to, like, make those kinds of jokes like that? Like, the dude died from an assassination. And people are making jokes about that. I've just never found that tasteful. Like, I know that people joke about the death of dictators, or people make jokes, you know, like Hitler's a funny one, you know? But, like, are you serious? Charlie Kirk was no dictator. He was no fascist. He was literally just a guy that was debating people in parks. And, like, when people make jokes like that, I look at that and I say, so you're literally just as bad as these people. It's just... She is a BPD whore, so you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, did I get the thing? Yes, I did. The heck, Windows? I don't know what that is. Thank you. Anyway. She's been a retard for a while. It's her community. No, that's fair. Listen, when your community doesn't challenge you, which is why I like my community, by the way, because it does challenge me. When your community doesn't challenge you, you typically get away with a lot of shit. And then when you break out into the norm, like what Deme is doing right now, you realize that everybody fucking hates your opinions and what you say. That's why I think she's so... I think she's shell-shocked about this. I think it's because she realizes that nobody likes her outside of her community. So she's going to have to, like, come to terms and be alright with that. Anyway. Moving back to this. I apologize for the tangents. That's something I do, by the way. If you follow me, just be ready. There are tangents. Follow me, by the way. I appreciate it. You know, if you want to make the argument that, like, she's a lewd VTuber, I wouldn't say that necessarily. I would say she's wearing at the very least, she's, like, got a one piece on, you know, and she's got something covering her, so she is covering more of her bits than normal. But, like, she's showing skin in other places. And I feel like she would show more skin if she could get away with it on Twitch. She's showing her shoulders, she's showing her legs, and, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't care about that. That's, like, a really old, it's a really old, like, Christian feeling thing, but, like, I understand it. She's got, like, a boob window thing, and it's obvious that, like, while she's not 100% sexualizing herself, it's clear that she really wants to get people to come in because of her model. I mean, like, to be fair, I get that. I understand that. I want people to follow me. I want people to like my model, but then also like me, you know, so. Showing pits, I know, right? It's just, like, you can't say she's 100% a safe for work content creator. She's definitely somewhat risque. Incredibly sexual? I think it depends on who you ask.
Thank you, user, for the follow.
Does she stream in her model all the time or is she flash? I don't know if she does flash streaming. I heard she shows pictures of herself. To what degree, I have no idea. New outfit? Is there a newer outfit? Let me see if I can find it. Is there a newer outfit of her? If it was an outfit from Stellar Blade, she would be freaking out. Or her community would be freaking out. I agree. 100% I agree. If that was an outfit that I saw on Stellar Blade, this woman and her community would fucking lose their minds. She's flash posted? Okay. She's already lower on the rung from me because of that. Just fair warning.
I don't challenge you, Otto. I feel like you're already challenged enough.
Well, I appreciate that, Baracho. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, goodness. Oh, some people have leaked her Discord stuff. Oh, wow. That's what she really thinks. So, okay. We'll get into this. This was the next thing we were going to get into. So she announces she's going to address the drama. And then, spoiler alert, she's not actually addressing the drama. And her community thinks it's funny. Well, the BPD is stored? Yeah. So we'll get into that, actually. So, and by the way, this is one of the few things that I think should have definitely been community posted. Let's see if it's a permanent community post right now. It is! Congratulations, community notes, for properly doing it. That is amazing. So, she puts up a tweet saying, addressing the drama, linking to not her Twitch account, but her 24/7 Twitch account. Now, ignore the community note here. Is it still live? I'm curious. I am curious. It is still live. Yes. So, what we have right here, chat, is her 24/7 account that just constantly... Oh, I am not giving ad money to you. Fuck off. This is her 24/7 account where she's just reposting her old streams. And she just posted this. This is all she did. She's like, hey, I'm addressing the drama, 30 minutes. Well, it's been 30 minutes for the past 3-4 hours. And she did this, by the way. She did this as a troll. I think this is like... I think this is like, okay, cool. You know, oh man, you trolled a couple of people. Including me, I guess you could say. Because I thought she was actually going to go live. But like... I really don't know what this does for you. It just makes you look like a bigger asshole. Like, legitimately, you want people to take you... I know she must not want people to take her seriously. Because all she's doing is like, guys, I'm going to address the drama. All she's doing is just like, okay, so I can't take you seriously. Period. Understood. So I will never take you seriously. And again, like I said, obviously, there's a link to her VOD channel. No live response. And... based off of this, I highly doubt she's gonna respond. I highly doubt she'll give anything. Is that her feet? Dude. Hold on. I'm gonna zoom and enhance here. No, zoom in for me, please. I fucking hate women like this. I don't like it when people sexualize me, guys. I don't like it whatsoever. But my Discord avatar, yeah, I'm just showing foot. I'm just showing foot. Am I supposed to say, is feet not supposed to be sexual? Are we supposed to understand this is not you trying to sexualize your model?
MommaOcco.
She says she doesn't care, but I promise you she in the corner crying while listening to 3 Days Grace. I hate everything about you. Man, I'm old.
Damn. I haven't heard that song name in a while. I hate these kinds of people. Legitimately. The people that are like, oh, don't sexualize me. Don't do this. Don't do this. What the fuck are you doing here, woman? What the fuck are you doing? This is why I can't take any of these people that do this kind of shit seriously. I will never take her seriously on this. And you shouldn't either. You should never take this woman seriously on anything that she says or does. Because she is just, like... this is retarded. I'm sorry. This is just absolutely fucking retarded. Now, there were a lot of responses. You have a lot of responses from a lot of people. We're not going to go through any of them because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't have the time to do so. There were a lot of people that were roasting her. But one person, Emerald Apple, great account. They're cool. You should follow Emerald Apple. Decided to compile some stuff here. And they brought up some very interesting stuff that I decided that I wanted to share with you guys. And we'll use this to kind of like go through the next little bit here. She brings up a video by Rima. We're not going to watch the video, but I'll give a I'll give a summary over that kind of shit. We are going to watch another video, unfortunately, by a Brit Bong because it's a short video and it's going to give a concise point and allow me to scream at a Brit Bong. But as I've mentioned, this is not the first, not even the second time that Deme has gotten into drama. She's gotten into drama quite a few times, unfortunately. And we're going to go through that. We're going to go through that here. So let me pull this. Let me get this up here. So, like I mentioned, chat, she had an abusive boyfriend. Now, I don't have the tweet where she specifically mentions that she was stabbed by him, but she does mention that she has had this abusive boyfriend. And in fact, at one point, she even asked people to stop asking about it. Which, you know, I can kind of understand that. Because when you're going through an abusive relationship with somebody, that fucking sucks. But it is confirmed that she had an abusive relationship and she broke up with this guy. Spoiler alert, she got back together with him. This was about almost 2 years ago at this point. Let me read what she says. After dealing with things being broken and thrown, screaming in my ear till it rang, having to scream for help till my voice broke because I didn't want my phone taken from me, since I took photos of what happened, being pushed, being verbally assaulted, the constant lying, the bruises from being held too hard, I just want to move on. Last thing I want is for people to constantly remind me of everything. I will be a better, please don't worry about me. I have great friends around me and I will continue to be my best. Again, this woman got back with this guy. You know, we watch TV shows, chat, and we think there's no way that woman in the TV show that gets back with the abusive guy that's going around killing people, there's no way she'll get back with him. There's no way. Am I getting raided right now? Hold on one moment. Mizu, thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Not even 3 days later. Was it really that soon? That's insane. Absolutely fucking insane that she got back that quickly. Holy shit, that's crazy. If true, if it was that short, that is insane. Now, again, I'm not gonna like go crazy on this because when you go through an abusive relationship like that, that is really fucking suck. That sucks so hard. And I pray for people that go through that situation. And I obviously hope that there is healing that went on. Obviously, I don't think that he is right for her. And the fact that she got back with him shows a mental disconnect on both sides. And I am praying that, like, we don't hear about these problems ever again. I am praying that we never see, like, these kinds of problems. Like, I legitimately, like, you know, people like, oh, haha, I hope that never happens. No, legitimately, I hope that this woman, like, if she legitimately gave him a second chance, I hope that that never happens again to her. Oh, she broke his nose? Oh, so is it abusive against each other? That's insane. Insane if true. Insane if true. Stockholm Syndrome? Yes. There's no healing. He stabbed her and she's back with him 3 days later. That is... That's very... How good was his dick, woman? How good was he if you're going to get back with him that quickly? I'm sorry. That's mean of me. I agree. That's very mean. That's very mean of me. I know. But how good was he if you're going to get back with him 3 days later? That just sounds so toxic. That's just so sad. I like legitimately. It just. Is it gonna read? I want to wait for it to come through and then read. It is not gonna read. All right, I will read it myself. As the same woman who only does CS:GO and reacts to slop her entire stream, her content is unique as a Buzz Lightyear in the Buzz aisle. I guarantee her being smug is a weak front to mask her hate and sadness. Probably. Thank you for the gift. Why is it not popping up? There it goes. Thank you for feeding the horses. Gave Horsey Merch some jewels. Does Demi not realize when she does things like this, it makes her his own history fair game? Now, see, that's like... I don't like bringing up this weird kind of shit. I try not to. But, like, when she goes and does what she says about Chibi, it's just like... Woman, you're such a hypocrite. Look what's in your closet right now. like, legitimately, it's so fucking... Now, as Emerald Apple, you might... I don't think anybody's noticed this. You might have noticed right here. Emerald Apple says there is info that existed about the stabbing, but she DMCA'd clips about it. That's right, chat. When clips of this whole thing surfaced, she DMCA'd them. She Digital Millennium Copyright Acted people that gave clips of this. Now, my stance, all right? You should not... Thank you. I'll wait for this to go through.
She's got milkers.
She broke his nose, he stabbed her in leg, and they're back together. I have to ask both of them. The bedroom times cannot be that good, right?
Yeah. My personal opinion is, you never, ever use the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, ever. I do not believe in it whatsoever.
Man must have made toes curl like the Wicked Witch of the East.
I do not believe in using the Digital Millennium Copyright Act to pull down clips. All right? I keep the same opinion for Nick Rekieta and how he got arrested and all of the footage that's out there of Nick Rekieta. I don't believe that he should take down that. If you release clips talking about your abusive relationship, you shouldn't be allowed to take them down because guess what? Guess what? You put it out there. I can't imagine what clips these are. Like, I would like to know what clips these are. I'm going to assume the clips that were struck down, and I'm only assuming this based off of the next DMCA that she did next, all right? I'm going to assume the clips of her talking about this were her talking about it. It was her talking about it. And then she felt embarrassed, like everybody does. Because guess what? Streamers talk about embarrassing things all the time. I know for a fact I've said something that's probably embarrassing, and maybe I regret it. Probably did yesterday. I have no idea. I haven't re-listened to yesterday's stream yet. But guess what? It's on the internet forever. And using the DMCA, not only is bitch-made behavior, it's also illegal. All right? The Digital Millennium Copyright Act is abused by people that don't even live in the U.S., by the way. And if she doesn't live in the U.S., she's not really even allowed to use it, in my personal opinion. It's made for people in the U.S. and the U.S. only. And she's abusing it to take down clips that she doesn't like. And I'm sorry. I get it. You have a rough situation. You let too much of yourself out on the internet. But guess what? It's there forever. The best thing you can do is learn not to do that in the future. And then just not do it again. All right? Just don't do it again. But the fact that she DMCA'd that... Honestly, again, chat... I'm kind of, I don't want to overstate it. I do feel like I am taking a risk here. I am taking a risk. Follow my Rumble and my Kick, because there is a chance that she'll DMCA this stream. And if she does, and my stream is gone, you know what happened.
From MommaOcco.
Thank you for the 5.
This whole drama is just crazy. What are the chances she's gonna go private?
I don't think she will.
Also, the projection coming from her is insane.
I don't think she will. I mean, it's a possibility. I don't think she will. I don't think she will, but maybe she will. Who knows? But it's like, once it's out there, you really shouldn't do that. You can't. Like, it's just one of the rules of the internet that if you want to maintain, you shouldn't do. Because guess what, Deme? That gets turned right back around on you. What if Reckless Ben doesn't like how, what if Reckless Ben, you know, she reacted to Reckless Ben, we showed that earlier. What if Reckless Ben is like, huh, you know? I don't know why I'm giving a California bro accent. I know he's from California. You know what? You know that VTuber girl that reacted to my content. She didn't give it the transformative nature that I felt like was appropriate. I'm going to call up my YouTube rep and I'm going to DMCA her. That could literally happen. No, I don't think that Reckless Ben would do that. I think Reckless Ben wants as many people as possible to see what happened.
Wait.
Thank you for becoming a member.
They're Italian.
But like legitimately, that is the double-edged sword. And that is why you never, ever, ever DMCA people. I sound like a Brit Bong. I'm sorry. But that's the problem that you run into. That's why you don't DMCA people. That's why you never do any of that kind of shit. Anyway, the only thing I was able to find as proof is a Reddit post from Livestream Fails from 2 years ago that talks about this.
Thank you, user, for the follow.
Thank you. Now, I've tried to find any of the stuff here. Both of these links are dead. This link is dead. This link is dead. A lot of this is dead because she removed it, and then she got the stuff removed where people have mirrored it. And I am unaware of some niche internet drama gossip forum that has backed that shit up. If it has been backed up anywhere on some internet niche gossip forum, I wouldn't know. I didn't have a lot of time to look into this kind of stuff. So if it is the case that happened, I haven't seen it. But she was able to DMCA those clips off of the internet. VTuber quartering. Oh no, yeah, definitely VTuber quartering. Definitely. Now here's another screenshot where she talks about going back to her abuser. Because this is her confirming it basically. Jokes aside, I still to this day get comments everywhere about going back to your abuser, but honestly, I've never been more happier and stable. Ugh, that's weird. BPD is a hell of a mental disorder. I'm literally the biggest rage baiter when it gets triggered, and Nikita has learned how to genuinely give such a stable environment that it never really gets triggered anymore. He took care of me at my lowest, literally having to spoon feed me right after surgery, comforting me when it was all too much, and literally being a caretaker for my entire recovery. He has literally dressed me up because my mom was too weak / disabled to do it. It's nice to know people aren't defined by their lowest moments to the people that matter. I was there for his lowest moments in his life, and he was there for mine. Therapy has helped him so much when it comes to depression, along with being more mentally stable. Okay, that's nice, but he still stabbed you. He still stabbed you. I'm just saying. My partner ever stabbed me. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Period. Anyway. Let's move on to another situation where she flagged somebody down. And unfortunately, chat, unfortunately, for that, we gotta listen to a Brit Bong. We gotta listen to a Brit Bong. Sadly. Sadly. I know, I get it. Some people don't like listening to Brit Bongs, me especially. But I don't really have a choice. I don't have a choice because this wasn't really documented by any other people as well. I roughly remember this situation, and because I roughly remembered this situation, I knew that somebody had to record this or talk about it. And believe it or not, Sloptuber More Kazahana did. He did. So, as much as I don't want to listen to him, he is the only one that I have seen that has the lowdown on this. So we're going to go ahead and go through it. I have him on 1.5 because he talks as slow as shit. And we're going to find out the second time that she struck down a channel, or at least struck down a video. I don't think she struck down the whole video. I think, or channel. I think she only struck down a video. But we're going to learn about the second time that happened through BitBrung. Don't worry, I'll cover his face.
Okay, so it seems like there's been a little bit of an update on the entire Deme situation, which I kind of wanted to show you guys because I've had a lot of information coming in over the past couple of hours, obviously from a lot of reacts from some streamers, including Powder and also Alara, who did some great reacts on my video and essentially gave their opinion on this entire situation. And
do not react to this guy's videos, all right? This guy is a slop tuber that only knows how to read tweets. He doesn't have coherence. He is like literally the quartering if the quartering was British.
this will probably be my third and final video in terms of covering this, unless something like crazy happens and there's some like a ton of new information that drops, which I doubt there is going to be after knowing what's going on in the situation. There won't be another video, but essentially, there is some more clips and information that I want to kind of go through to kind of create this final video, including some clips talking about the original Copy Strike channel and everything like that. So
can we use captions? This guy's a liar. Here, I'll put this up here for you guys.
Obviously, if you guys want to go watch part 1 and part 2, it'll be down in the link in the description down below. It'll give you more of a detailed look at actually what had actually gone on. But essentially, just give you a quick rundown. Demi made a post, obviously talking about how she hates it.
Okay, so I will narrate this instead of him. So, the beginning of this drama, and some of you might remember this, is there were 2 streamers. One of them was Deme, and one of them was Rosie. You guys might know Rosie Moo Blue. She is a cowgirl VTuber. And there was an argument about whether or not streaming was difficult and whether or not streaming was a hard thing. Now, I really don't know whose opinions were what. I don't really care, in my personal opinion. My personal opinion is streaming is its own kind of hard. Okay? It's its own kind of difficult. It's not as hard. It's a different kind of hard from a 9 to 5. All right? Like the work that I put into streaming is different from the work that I put into my previous jobs and the current job I have right now. It's office work job, basically, and talking, because I don't scream at my job. I scream here. So if you want my opinion, it's not as hard as a 9 to 5. It's a different kind of hard. And I feel like that's appropriate.
When people say that streaming is hard, it's really not. I'm blessed to be able to do what I do all day. And obviously you had people like Monia who then made a response to this saying it's easy when you got a whole team or manager corpo backing you, which obviously is true. But
so Deme's opinion was, oh, streaming is not difficult. Not whatsoever. I play games. I react to video. I like that Deme does admit that she is a reactor that reacts to videos, all that kind of shit. Cool. Here, I am gonna mute him and we'll see how far we can get with just captions here. All that kind of shit. Now, after the disagreement with Rosie, there's another VTuber, this Monia person, who decides to quote retweet Deme and say, oh, it's easy for you when you've got a team and a manager or a corpo that's backing you. Things that I don't think Deme has. I think Deme is, her only manager is her abusive boyfriend. So I do agree that when you're by yourself, it is a little bit harder if you want to be quote unquote successful. But if you just want to be a normal streamer, it's not hard whatsoever. Just hit go on OBS. But the Monia person is correct. There is a different level of energy that you carry when you are full-time streaming and you've got all these people behind you versus when you have a 9 to 5. It's a different kind of energy. Can we agree? I think that's a fair thing to agree with. It's not as hard as a 9 to 5, but it's a different kind of hard. It's a different kind of energy, So yeah, we're just gonna bounce through this. Now, Monia shows that we're gonna push this up here. Monia shows that Deme blocked her. Oh, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why Deme would block over such a non-weird opinion. And according to Monia, when Deme was like streaming. Here, we're going to jump up here. Deme reacted to it, and she called Monia Cinder. Oh, that's evil. Don't you know? Cinder is a horrible person. She cheated people out of models, and she's a horrible person. So Monia is just like Cinder, apparently. Which is insane. Again, BPD woman. Those are the kinds of opinions we're dealing with. So we're going to jump through here. Okay, so we're going to go back here, and we're going to let Kazahana explain, because you saw that there's no more video. Why do you think there's no more video, chat?
Kind of doing this behavior where it's like a little bit kind of being a bit mean towards her, and essentially, yeah, kind of putting her on blast on stream, despite, having blocked her and she's unable to respond, which I did think was a little bit weird too. And then obviously,
it's not a little bit weird. It's kind of bitch behavior, Kind of. It depends. It depends on the person, I guess.
Kind of escalated even further.
Now, here's the funny thing. Oop, let's go back. So, she links this video. This video's gone, chat. This video is gone. Here, we're going to play. So we're going to let him go back. This video was taken down. And who took it down? Deme took the video down. Deme took down a clip of her. She copyright claimed, she flagged a video, and got it taken down. She just wiped it out. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Now, I do believe that he shows Deme kind of explaining herself here, so let's see. Let's go here. Also, Monia's channel's gone. Is it really? If she also got Monia's channel taken down, that's wild.
A copyright claim by Deme. And this was actually then confirmed by Deme, which is the first clip that I kind of wanted to go through.
All right, so let's listen to what Deme has to say here. Again, thank you, Mr. Brit Bong. It's the only time I'm going to say thank you to. I feel like throwing up right. Thank you, Brit Bong, for preserving this for us, because I highly doubt that it would be preserved in any other way. But let's find out what Deme had to say about that.
She actually fully confirms that she did it and the reason for why she did it. So yeah, let's get to it.
Was so misconstructed, but I'm so sorry. Thank you for not making us feel like interacting with us is exhausting. Oh my!
I hope you.
Obviously referring to what Monia was saying.
Genuinely much love, guys. I'm not gonna lie. If you think interacting with your own community is exhausting, oh brother, Jesus. God, cry me a fucking river, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm doubling down. If I'm known as the mean girl.
See, what's crazy is that's not what Monia said. That's not what Monia... That's disingenuous. Monia wasn't talking about that. All right? Now, I agree. Interacting with your community, I mean, it can be difficult. It's not as difficult. You gotta... Listen, I'll say it like this. You gotta have a brain on you when talking to random other people on the internet. All right? You gotta think a little bit. You gotta put it out there. You gotta share with the world. You can't just be like this bitch and say whatever the fuck comes to your mind. I can understand why she might be like, oh, it's not difficult for me. I just say whatever comes to my mind, and, people just live with it. I understand why it's not hard for her. Because she's literally just saying whatever comes to mind. But, if you want to, be smart when it comes to interacting with your community, it's not going to be easy. I'm difficult? Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Again, I'm not saying that, it's 9 to 5 difficult. It's a different kind of ball game, though, if that makes sense. Is that making sense? I hope that makes sense. With Deme taking down people who criticize her, Yippee is scared. I know. Protect the Yippies, chat. We don't want them taken down. Anyway, let's continue.
So be it. I don't give a fuck, bro. I really don't. I really don't. Dude, it's insane. I think, you know what? I'm gonna say it. People are so used to cry baby, and gaining something from it. Oh, brother. Sorry. I
could make the argument that that's kind of what she's doing right now.
Not gonna it's dumb as fuck. Also, the reason why the video was copy struck down is because they didn't even cut it properly where it actually showed the start of the tangent.
Well, that must mean it's okay, right? That must mean it's okay, right? It's okay for you to copy strike a video because it's out of context, right? Guys, I'm allowed to copy strike your channel because I think it's out of context. Deme is saying that it's okay to copy strike somebody. Deme, you fucking moron. You are saying that you broke the law because you think that you think it's acceptable to do that if you think somebody takes you out of context. Oh. She's Ralph. No, yeah, she is. She is Ethan Ralph. She is the Quartering. She is all of those bad people. This is disgusting. Disgusting. I can't imagine somebody who like literally thinks that they have the right to snap somebody's entire like and it was just one video. But like if you just snap a video out of existence because it's just like, oh, it didn't get me in the light that I wanted. It wasn't in the right light, guys. I'm well within my rights to do it. No, fuck you. Guess what? If that happens, which it will happen, sorry, I'm sure it's happened. Actually, I know for a fact it's happened to me. Guess what? I don't talk about it. I don't give it any attention. And it doesn't matter. So, yeah, she admits to being a flaggot. She is a flaggot, chat. You know, this is the second time this has happened. Hopefully I'm not a third. But this is the second time it's happened because she doesn't think it made her look favorable. If something doesn't make her look favorable, she'll just copy strike it. Wow. That's amazing. By the way, if she does do that to me, I will be appealing, and I will be... Because, for those that don't know, if somebody DMCAs or copyright strikes you, you can appeal it, and then they have to sue you. So, Deme, if you do copy strike my stream, you better be ready to sue me, because I will be responding and saying, all right, I'll see you in court. And you will have 10 days to either release it or sue me. And if you don't, I can countersue you. So I hope you're ready for that. Archive it? Oh, don't worry. Listen, if she didn't copy strike his video, she probably won't. Who knows? You're right. I should download a copy of this just in case. You never know. You never know. You never know. Anyway, let's listen for another minute or so here, because I do want to listen. I do want to listen to what the Brit Bong has to say about this.
If you're gonna clip me and farm me for fucking clout using my name for your little controversial takes, clip it properly. On God, dude. Watch the VOD. Did I put down the VOD? Fuck no. I have nothing to hide. Oh, yikers. But if you're gonna farm me, farm it correctly. On God. Sheeshers. Guys, you know, I'm not gonna...
She sounds like a bot. I'm gonna be honest, the more I'm listening, she sounds just kind of like a bot. I don't know, that kind of just sounded like a... I know it's probably not, but she just kind of sounded like AI to me. Thank you for the sparkles. I appreciate it.
Lie. Bro, people want you to baby someone just because they're smaller. On God, dude! On God! Are we really doing... Okay, listen.
I hate these normie streamers so much. They sound so unintelligent. So unintelligent and just, like, annoying. I can barely stand listening to these kinds of people. I can, like, listen to the Brit Bong less, but, like, holy shit. I will never be friends with anybody that, like, talks like this all the time. I'm barely friends with some of my friends that get close to talking like this. But I love them, so, you know, I'm friends with them. But it's just like, bro. She does sound like an NPC. 100% she sounds like an NPC.
Listen, okay, dude. It is what it is. Are we really gonna be like, okay, because she's a bigger streamer, let's bully her instead? What? What the fuck is that?
Dude. Unless it's, like, context is missing. Monia literally just said, yeah, if you had a bigger team, it would sound like it's easier to you. That's not bullying.
Obviously, Occo is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
Thank you.
It will get what's coming to her. Karma always come back around.
True. Did the brownie get in trouble before? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. But, like, this also just kind of shows me... Oh my gosh, she's got Static Tokyo in her chat, dude. I fucking hate Static Tokyo, too. He's kind of like a whiny bitch as well. Oh my gosh. You know what? Knowing that Static Tokyo watches her, that just shows me all I need to know. I don't know. For fuck's sake.
Because I can take it more or something, just because, like, are we not all human? Vengeance, like, it's so much in 3 months. Also, people were saying that I'm going back.
Are we not? Oh, also, I like the fact that the BPD whore woman is like, guys, you can't bully me. You can't bully me. Guys, that's unfair. proceeds to then bully Chibi Reviews because he got cheated on and like try and make fun of a low point in his life. That sounds a lot like rules for me and not for thee. I'm telling you right now. I don't know. I haven't heard Static Tokyo's name in forever. Yeah. Last time I thought about him was when he tried to be nice to the Black VTuber Awards and they got mad at him. And I just kind of thought he was a cuck for how he responded to it. But it just is what it is. It just is what it is. I don't know. There's certain combinations of people where when you see them together, you're like, you know what? I know exactly who to avoid. And when I see Static Tokyo among them, it's just like, you know what? I'm fine avoiding that.
Fourth for my points and whatever.
It really lifts me up when I have worked a 12-hour shift and remember that I could have it harder.
Dude, oh my god, bro.
From
See, as you
MommaOcco.
Notice how she adds an sound to every last word of her sentence. Annoying as hell.
Can I get contacts on Static Tokyo? I don't know what you mean by that.
From MommaOcco.
Watch. We are gonna spot Shy Lily in her chat lol.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Do as I say, not as I do. Exactly, Batman. Exactly.
She's very passionate about this, and obviously...
Oh, you fucking think, Brit Bong? Do you have any other words in your fucking head? By the way, I did a stream on this guy as well. And you should watch that as well.
These aren't whites.
Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that.
I just wanted to touch on a couple of the points that she brought up here, and we'll probably bring it up even further into the future of this video, sorry, as well. And essentially, you know, obviously the first thing was the fact that the reason why she copy-striked this one clip was due to the fact of, you know, it wasn't clipped correctly, which honestly...
Oh, hold on. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay, okay. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Hold on. I actually haven't seen this before. What are you gonna say?
Actually, that's a valid point. I think that...
What? Okay, I'm not gonna clip Jim. What?
You know, being having a clip out there that is kind of misclipped and maybe it's missing some of the previous context and, you know, obviously makes you look a little bit worse, can obviously have its effects. But again, as I said, like through all of my videos, I feel like this could have been handled in a little bit of a different...
It did, dude! Are you telling me that he's okay with copy striking as well? I already, you know what? I've already said all the crazy shit I wanted to say about this Brit Bong a long time ago, so I'm not gonna continue. This is Brit Bong. This is Brit Bong behavior right now. Oh, she's within her rights to strike him down because it was valid. Oh, fucking wasn't. Oh, fucking wasn't. Fucking retard. Oh, gosh. My comments aren't showing up? No, your comments are showing up. I don't know what you're talking about. I think we know why his video didn't get DMCA'd. He's a cuck. No, he's definitely a cuck. 100% he's a cuck. You know how much he loves Shy Lily? He's a Shy Lily glazer. You know how many videos he made on Cinder? I debated competing with... No, I'm just kidding. Play the Norm clip? All right.
Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die.
Is there any... do I want to listen to him anymore? Do I want to listen to him anymore? Not really. Not really. Let's see. Here, get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing else to really go through with his with that video. We got what we wanted to out of it. We got the reason why she DMCA struck someone. Thank you for the membership. So she copyright claimed a video.
These aren't whites.
Because it didn't frame it in the way she wanted. So look at that. There you go. She took down a video because it didn't put her in a light that she was okay with. Is Demi part of the series Midwits with OBS? I don't know. I don't know. Valid if you don't like the way I clipped you. Brit Bong, that you can't do that. No, yeah, and if the Brit Bong ever did that to anybody else, they could sue him as well. It's just bullshit thing. It's dumb shit to do, in my personal opinion. Don't don't tempt the internet, all right? That is a fun way to tempt the internet, in my personal opinion. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. Picture Demi crashing out. I mean, who knows? Who knows? She hasn't responded to anything I've said, and I'm not looking for a response. I don't care if she does or doesn't respond to me. For something that is kind of funny is she hasn't blocked me, which I also thought was kind of interesting. But I don't know. I obviously don't care if she sees or doesn't see this. I do legitimately think, though, that because I am critical of her, there is a chance that she chooses to DMCA strike my video. Hopefully she doesn't. Like, you know, that would really fucking suck, in my personal opinion. But it is always a possibility because, like, this is how unhinged she is. This is the unhinged woman that is Deme. Deme is a BPD woman that is in my personal opinion, abusive relationship with a man that did, in my personal opinion, really horrible things to her. And she's just off the wall insane. Like, the crazy thing about this is before yesterday, most people probably didn't know who Deme was. Some people probably knew her from when she called out that other streamer for view botting. And, you know, when that happened, all right, cool, whatever. Some people, like me, knew her when she did the copyright striking. And I think, unfortunately for her, while she does have an insulated community of people, there are a lot of people looking on from the outside that now are going to look at her from a critical lens. She is on so many other people's radars. Good like opinion, or like good like fuck, I can speak. Good like litmus test of that is Rev says Desu made a video, and if Rev makes a video these days on you, he's very passionate about it. If he steps away from talking about Hassan Piker or Asmongold, if he talks about you, he's very passionate about it. Not only that, but Chibi Reviews responded, and he made his own video, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, everybody's talking about it now. You even got Grixit. Grixit, of all people, who will just go with the flow. You got Grixit saying, basically, like, laughing at her now. Which is funny, but, it, you know, it is what it is. Grixit's not the main antagonist of this, so I don't really care. But, like, she has the problem of now everybody is going to look at her. Excuse me. And that really sucks because there's no easy way to escape that. I will say that most of the time when drama comes, you kind of have to weather it carefully. And if you do, it can go away and you have kind of a chance to start over. You know? But if she continues to do what she does, I expect that if she continues to crash out like this, it will just be worse for her. Now, to be honest with you, she's done it multiple times in the past, so could probably like move forward with that. I'm fine to be proven wrong on that. But here's the problem. If she's willing to do this now, and she's done it in the past, and she's done it again and again and again, then it's almost like a definite that it will happen again. It will happen again. Drama and karma, yeah. I mean, I'm not convinced that in a couple of months we won't see her talking about how her boyfriend hit her or stabbed her. I hope not. Like, legitimately, I hope that doesn't happen, but, like, I'm worried that, like, because of how erratic her relationship is with this guy, that something could happen. And I'm worried about that. That is, like, the human side of me that's genuinely worried about her. I saw the Rev video. I have not watched the Rev video. I am probably not going to watch the Rev video. I think if you want to watch the Rev video, you are more than welcome. You're more than welcome to. I will not be watching it on camera, though, just because I don't feel like I need to. I just don't need to. But, yeah. I do think... I think that, like, you know, from an overall view, not only is she just a boring content creator from the outset, and hey, maybe she doesn't care about that. If she doesn't care, okay, fine, whatever. You know? But this is kind of what to expect with her. And she's erratic enough that, like, again, it is kind of worrying to cover this kind of thing, because I don't know what she's going to do. But I'm hoping that that doesn't happen. Nothing happens. I covered everything Rev did? Yeah, I figured. But that's pretty much, like... That's pretty much the majority of everything I wanted to go through today. There wasn't really that much else, I feel like. Again, like, there's just so much hypocrisy with this woman. I'm sure if you kept digging, you'll find more of it later. I'm sure. I'm sure. Now, I do thank everybody that came by today. Before we're done, we're going to watch the video that I was sent about the amazing digital circus apparently being an Israeli psyop, which is an insane thing to say. So we're going to watch that. And then once I'm done with that, I think I'm going to be done. Because I don't really got much else to say. And I don't really want to, like, run out, like, a camera or whatever. And I just want to be done when it's time to be done.
VTuber with a jester/octopus mommy MILF avatar.
Fun fact: around early December last year, that same Monya Deem attacked, later tried to vague attack one of Cinder's new best friend, only to get caught instantly and told to get lost out of her life.
Wait, really? Did Deme actually attack one of Cinder's friends? See, that's the problem with her. That is the problem with Deme. She sounds immune to just being alone. And she has to go after other people. It must just be like a thing for her. Who knows? You know, I don't know. I don't know if like she does it because she just wants attention, or she's immune to, like, staying out of trouble. You know, I don't know. I don't get it. You know, that kind of shit. I don't know. But, like, if she is so willing... No, it was Monia? Okay, fair. But if she is so willing to get into drama like this, I'm gonna say this right now. This is not the last time you're gonna see something. When she gets home from streaming, or from being in Japan, she might even talk about this. If she does, I'll probably bring it up if it's worth bringing up. But, like, she is legitimately just, like, somebody that seems immune to just, like, sitting it out, if you know what I mean. So, let's listen to her talk about Jews and the amazing digital circus.
Fucking well! It's not! It's not! It's shit! Common bad take from Demi. Me? You having bad taste does not affect...
I'm assuming she's saying the amazing digital circus sucks. Okay, that's fair. I don't really care if you do or don't. I would disagree, but that's whatever.
Me whatsoever. Go watch your fucking Israeli fucking show. Don't bring...
I need to clip this! Hold on. Record?
You having bad taste does not affect me whatsoever. Go watch your fucking Israeli fucking show. Don't bring that shit on me, okay? Please.
That's becoming a new super chat. I'm gonna, you know what? Once I'm done streaming, I'm gonna cut that up right now. I'm gonna cut that up right now into a new sound clip. I am cutting that up into a new sound clip. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. We are cutting that up into a sound clip. That is beautiful.
Who's excited for the movie?
Oh, this is perfect. We get to see more of her reaction, Slappa.
Fuck you guys.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've been in the hate train for TADC. I don't give a fuck. I have.
Consider participating.
And it's news to me. It's news to you.
She's got no reaction whatsoever. Holy shit. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna edit that. That was so amazing. I'm gonna edit that. I'm gonna post that on Twitter first, and then I'm just gonna... I'm done. I'm done. This is amazing. Shit person with an unfortunately hot model. I agree. Shit person, great model. Oy vey, shut her down. I know, shut her down, chat. Listen, chat. I think I need to call my buddy who's a Jew. All right, he's my buddy. All right. He and I, we toss nickels at each other to see how fast we can pick them up. And yes, I did steal that from Medicare literally like a couple hours ago. All right. I gotta go call my buddy who's Jewish. And I gotta tell him he's got to oy vey himself all the way over to the Philippines. And he's gonna bring back Filian. But in exchange, he's gonna take away to Deme. He's gonna take Deme away for her anti-Semitism. Her anti-Semitism is not allowed. We're going to send her to the Israeli re-education facility where they make people love Israel again. That is a joke, by the way. We love the state of Israel, don't we, chat? Jewish and bisexual? Exactly. Exactly.
From MommaOcco.
If anyone can find it, you should clip Get a Grip on Reality from Deem.
Yeah, if somebody finds that, send that to me as well. That sounds funny. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me make sure I got everything tonight. Thank you so much. You guys have been very generous tonight. I deeply appreciate it. I apologize if I was a little bit all over the place. I did try and organize as best as I could. Like I said, I do try and take a lot of time when I do prep my longer term streams. I spend 2 to 3 hours on like my long streams, but this was, yeah.
Go watch your Israeli effing show. Sorry, did Nux guest star in the last episode of TADC or something? Did I miss a memo?
No. But Aaron Hansen did, and that makes me inherently knock down the finale a couple of points. Because putting Aaron Hansen in anything just makes me dislike it, unfortunately. Because I really did like the finale. Holy shit, that's amazing. That was legitimately amazing. Wow. Alright, I'm sending you to Hypnotic. He is playing Lords of the Fallen with Leon. That sounds amazing. If you're over on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, and probably Kick, is Leaflet live right now? Yeah, I'm sending you to Leaflet if you're on Kick and Twitch. Alright?
From MommaOcco.
Quick question. What's the short version of why Static Tokyo is a loser?
He just kind of acts like one, in my personal opinion. I would have to gather my thoughts, but he just kind of sounds like one. Oh, did Kick go away now? I think Kick went away now. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I just don't like him. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's kind of an asshole. He's like, I hate saying woke because woke is so like generic and all of those gay ass people just do the woke thing. But like, I just don't like him. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, I'm sending you guys over to Leaflet. You're on Twitch and Kick. If you're on YouTube, I'm sending you over to Hypnotic. Leaflet needs to stream on YouTube so that I can send you guys to Leaflet there. Tell her to stream on. Tell her to stream over there. Thank you so much again, everybody. Thank you so much. If you came by today, make sure to like, comment, favorite, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And also subscribe to my Kick and Rumble in case for some reason the stream comes down. Crossing my fingers that that doesn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't. But yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight.
Thank you,
I will be
user, for the
back
follow.
on Wednesday for Hump Day. Maybe we'll finally talk about the new trillionaire that's on the market. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good